All right, guys, and with that in mind, welcome to Week 4 of the UFL season. Apologies for couldn't do yesterday's game. Michigan taking easy care of business against Memphis. We got 2 games today. We got one right now. We got one later tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, and we're going to do a GeoGuessr Q&A stream after this stream is done, so just something to keep in mind. We've got a lot taking place today, and we got this game right here. The Battlehawks and the Renegades, both teams at 2-1. In the XFL conference, looking to get to 3-1, which is big because right now the DC Defenders are 3-0, and only the top 2 teams in each conference make it. So this might be the biggest game of the season on paper. Winner goes to the playoffs as things stand. Loser drops to 500, and we'll have to claw their way back in as we near the halfway point of the season. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is JG9. If you've never been to a JG Live stream before, how it works like this. Fire away with the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, I get to your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see. I'm voting that poll. Who do you think wins this game? The Renegades or the Battlehawks? Who do you think wins this game down in Arlington? Also, if you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. It just dropped a few minutes ago. It is a video about the time the Colts drafted a player who didn't know what football was. And I don't think it's going to come as a surprise that it didn't work out for anyone. So, with that in mind, let's see what's happening in the chat. What was everyone's song the day of Not My Line? I'm going to guess Hey Jude on that one. Yeah, the score over head to head, it is. Maybe except for the Marlins game, they did not look good yesterday. I don't know what's up with Sandy lately. I don't know what's up with Sandy lately. I can see the Renegades winning this one. Renegades mount up. How's it going? Squid, Nick, NBA Plebs. We got that on the screen once that starts. UFL and ABC. You know it, baby. You know it. Even though I didn't call it, got to see Dave X team yesterday. Yes, I did. I did get to see it. That was one of the craziest games I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what to make of that game. But like I said yesterday with that game, that's not the regular bullpen. Those guys are not the regular guys in the pen. Those guys are... We used all our arms against the Marlins because the games were close. We used all our arms against the Marlins Crimson Clover. Ooh. Oh, I know the cover of that song. I don't think I've ever heard the original of that, but I know the cover from think Jones yet did the cover. But those are the weakest two arms in the pen. They've both been demoted to AAA. Manaply and Jarvis have been sent down. Jameson, two others have been called up. So, yeah, Heat and Grizzlies win yesterday. Heat resilient after a bad fourth quarter. And the Grizzlies, it just makes the Luka trade look that much worse. But Ja look healthy. Ja look healthy, at least. Twins blown leads the day that ends in Y. Oh, man. Stallions game is tonight at 7. Kickoff here. We are underway. Battlehawks in the gray. Arlington in the blues. And let's get this game going at the 25. Kickoff return to the 26-yard line by Blake Jackson. And here comes Manny Wilkins at quarterback. It's been an up and down season for him. First two games look pretty good. Look like a possible MVP candidate. No, I'm not streaming the draft. I'm going to be at the draft. I'm going to be there. So, not streaming it. But last time out, did not play well against the defenders. Threw 3 interceptions, a 41.1 passer rating. Did get sacked a few times, fumbled a few times. Was not the prettiest outing for him. First snap, bit high, but he's going to swing it out. It's a bad pass, and leaving his receiver out for grabs. Ja'Cour Pearson getting jacked up on that one. That's a hospital ball right there, and good hit by Miles Dorn. Rockets was up by the postponed the game yesterday. Yeah, that's definitely the reason why they postponed the game. Diaz call from Reno today? I could see it. I could see it. Second and 10. Last time out, they did not get off to a good start the first quarter. They were outscored 12-0 in the first. The first drive had a strip sack. Second down, it's a jet sweep handoff. This one going on the play to Blake Jackson. Breaks the tackles at the 40, and that's a good start. The 47-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Charlie Thomas, but not before he gained 21 yards and a first down for the former Sea Dragon. Blake Jackson on the run, the jet sweep. No Akeem Butler today. He is out once again with that hamstring injury he's been nursing all season. Jackson had just 3 rushing yards before that play on the season. It's 21 there. All the 44-yard line. Should give him 18. Play action. Wilkins, deep shot. He's going for it all. Double coverage and broken up on the play. Not a bad throw there to Gary Jennings, so broken up by the corner, going stride for stride with him. 2nd and 10. Against Sunday's game, we were doing that as well at the same time as the Celtics game. Sunday's game, Brahmas against the defenders. No, Manafly is DNA. Manafly's got DNA'd. Manafly and Jarvis are both back to Reno. They're both back to Reno. Today, they already announced moves. They already announced they made moves. 2nd and 10. Give to the outside Sailors. Nothing doing. 3rd down. Great to see Wheeler doing 13 cases of no walks. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's ace stuff right there. I'm excited for the playoffs tonight. Yep. You have Thunder, Rockets, Lakers, Clippers. And you have Cavs, Celtics, Pistons, Pacers. I can see that for sure. Yes, so, yeah, Puck was placed on the 15-day IL. So, Jameson, J.P. Frierson, and Juan Murillo are called up. So, 3 new arms in the pen. Puck is on the IL. And Manaply and Jarvis got optioned. So that happened. 3rd down. Wilkins, trouble with the snap. He recovers the ball, but then loses it. Picked up by Arlington. It's picked up. It's a fumble. Scoop and score. Chris Odom. Touchdown, Renegades. Scoop and score. For the 2nd straight game, the Battlehawks fumble the ball on the opening drive. And even worse for the Battlehawks, Manny Wilkins is down. He is holding his knee. He is holding his knee. He is in some pain. It's a touchdown, Renegades. How's it going, Jason? But right now, all eyes on Wilkins. This does not look good. Jennings is kneeling, and now members of the Renegades are kneeling. Praying alongside with him. See Kalen Ballage right there with Wilkins, kneeling with him. Ballage played with Wilkins at ASU. Wilkins is in some serious, serious pain after that scoop and score. So Manny Wilkins. Max Duggan is the backup quarterback for TCU, man. His ankle just gave out, and he was not touched before the ball came out. He was not touched before that ball came out. He is still down in some pain. And obviously we're gonna see what happens. It was non-contact. It was a non-contact injury. Looked like a QB draw was the design. Had trouble with the snap. Scooped it up with one hand. Then as he was trying to make something out of it, goes to the ground and then loses the ball. Man, hate to see it. Hate to see it. So Max Duggan is going to be quarterbacking the rest of the way. Man. So a commercial break right now. Renegades, their first offensive play is going to be a conversion. We assume a 2 from the 5, but obviously the storyline right now is Manny Wilkins. The former ASU quarterback had a very good start to the season. Didn't play well last week. For the first 2 weeks, he looked like he was the front runner for MVP. What happened? What type of injury? Non-contact. Non-contact. He had trouble with the snap, so he scooped it up. He caught the snap with one hand. QB draw. Went to the ground. Just tripped over his own 2 feet. And then was holding his knee. Lost the ball to hold his knee because he was in so much pain. And yeah, it was non-contact. As a DC defender sent home for speed recovery, I think we all are at this point. I think we all are. That was... You hate to see that, especially for guys in this league, that this is their chance. Carts out. My stream may be a bit behind. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind when you see non-contact like that is not good. While they're reviewing this play again, he was down, but the ground did not cause the fumble, I don't think. And it was no one touched him. Pereira, that's a good question. The card is out. Lester and UFL, yep. The card is out for Wilkins. And Max Duggan will be warming up. The worst possible start for the Battlehawks. And Max Duggan has played a bit this season. He'll go for 2 from the 5. And the rest of the way, it's Duggan to lead the Hawks. Luis Perez from the 5-yard line. Looking, second read, now third read. Very patient. And the slam pass is good to Isaiah Winstead. 8-0 in favor of the Renegades. How's it going, okay? Welcome to the chat. I don't think they're replaying it so much as it It's not like a replay so much as it is Pereira was in the command center. They had to talk about the play. Marlins season over. It's not looking good. No, I don't think it's much of an overreaction right now. They are not looking good right now. They have to figure they're falling so far behind the pace with the wild card and the division. You help some Mavericks. Yep. Battlehawks might be over already. We'll see. We'll see. This is the first of 2 games they have against Arlington. They do play Friday, May 2nd at the Dome. Again, I can't do any of the games next week because I will be at the NFL Draft. But we are doing all the games this week. So Max Duggan will check in on this next drive. The former TCU quarterback famously led TCU to the national championship. We don't talk about what happened in that game. Kickoff return, fielded at the 10-yard line, taken to the 20, 25-30, 35-40, and out at the 43-yard line. Nice return there by Blake Jackson, some good starting field position. And the Battlehawks will take over at the 43. So Max Duggan, the 2022 Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, led the conference that year with nearly 3,700 yards passing and 32 touchdowns. Drafted in the 7th round by the Chargers. Duggan first play QB draw, and he'll go down to the 50. Gain a 7. Brings up 2nd and 3, brought down on the play by Donald Payne. If I bet 100 on Orlando, Miami to meet in Eastern Conference Finals, what would I win? Ooh, let me check on that. Let me check. Doug's fire. Really? I did not expect that. Let me lose 100. Let me see what would happen. Yeah, I might have won. I might. 2nd and 3. Handoff here up the middle. Goes to Sailors. First skip for him today. He gets nothing there. Sailors looked incredible the first 2 games, but did nothing against the defenders. 7 carries for 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 3. So if you were to bet on an Eastern Conference Finals, ooh, I don't know if you could do that. I don't see anything on FanDuel to do that. I got the series straight up. 3rd down, out route, caught. So Duggan's first pass of the game is a completion to the tight end Jake Sutherland. Called a gain of 5, and that's a first down. UFL this year, it's getting better. It's getting better. Like, we're starting to see the games pick up. Last week was pretty good. First 2 weeks were not good quality, but last week was pretty good. First down the 45. So it's going all the way. We'll see. Making the playoffs and winning the play was all I care about for the Wolves. After what happened, everything now is different. How Smith's the Lakers built different. Yep. It's going to be tough being on that team, but we'll see. Comeback route. That's a catch there. Frank Darby on the grab. 2nd and 5. So Duggan, a good start for him. 2 for 2 to start this game. Yeah, 420 Celtics team. Yep. Oh, yeah. You're doing that at the same time as the defenders. Again, $100 donated by any singular person. I will do any game you want me to at any time. Okay, tomorrow's Easter. It's a lot happening tomorrow. 2nd down. Toss play here. Sailors makes 1 man miss. And he'll get to the 37-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3. Payne on the stop. It was like the first months to COVID. Yes, it was not good. It was not good, but it got a lot better. Got a lot better. Also, I should know with Sailors, first 2 games, he had 4 rushing touchdowns. He was playing lights out. Last week, not so much. Got nothing going on the ground. Johnston with a 5er. Fact or fiction? A women's football league started in the next 10 years. I mean, there already are women's football leagues. They're just not that big. We're talking like with huge backing and everything. His handoff there, nothing doing. Brought down at the line. You're going to go for Joe Powell on the stop. Appreciate you, Johnston. I don't see it. So I think part of the thing is obviously health insurance. Like if we're talking like a big league with big backing TV contract, costs a lot of money. Health insurance would be a lot. Getting the talent would be a lot. I don't see it happening. They're gonna kick the field goal. 4th and 3. They're gonna try the field goal. Be a 55-yard try for Blankenship. Blankenship's kick from 55. We know he's got the leg. It's straight enough. It's long enough. And Blankenship's kick is good. Rodrigo Blankenship has been on the money this season. He's hit a few long kicks this year. Had that long one against DC from 55 yards. Or 56 yards, I should say. He is 8 for 8 this season. 6 for 6 from 40 plus and 2 for 2 from 55 plus. 8-3 the score. I'll tell you, Blankenship right now, he is looking good to make it back to the NFL. Scouts like that. 2 for 2 from 55 plus. With ease, I should say. Rodrigo Blankenship looks good. Yeah, I think the thing also, too, Johnster, is that, like, we have the infrastructure for women's hockey and for women's basketball. We have that with the college ranks. We don't have that with football. So, I mean, there are contact football leagues out there for women. It's just not huge. We get another Walker start. I'm prepared for the... Yep, you and me both. You and me both. He'll probably leave a lot on base. At least. The Rockies forfeit their game tomorrow, not just because they suck, since it's 420. A good reason to forfeit. Will Blankenship go back in the NFL? Yeah, I think this year. I think the San Francisco 49ers, yeah, just as Rob said that. I think the Niners. I think the Niners are looking at this right now. I'm like, okay. They don't want to waste a draft pick on a kicker because of what happened last time. Blankenship, you know, this guy looks pretty good. I've been celebrating 420 all month, said Flame Basketball. I mean, they fire their hitting coach. Clint Hurdle time, baby. Clint Hurdle time. I mean, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. We are doing both games today. We got a stream in between these games as well. Basketball, babe. 420 basketball. Let's go. Let's go. So Max Duggan's first drive results in a field goal. What can Arlington do on their first drive of the game? And Arlington's touchdown came on a scoop and score, so Perez and company have not seen the field on a play from scrimmage just yet. Will be fun and fire away. If you have any today's video, click that link above. Click that link above to watch today's video. That's the very first round, not bad at all. They replaced Moody this year with another third-round kicker. I'll do it again. God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? If you're wondering, today's video, if you haven't seen it yet, it is about the Baltimore Colts. Who wants to women's football league? Yeah, somehow I doubt that. The Baltimore Colts drafting a player who had never played football in his life and had never heard of football before. So, didn't work out for them. The kickoff here returns to the 25 and down to the 29-yard line is Chris Claybrooks, the former Jaguar, on the return. And that's it. St. Louis Perez and company out on offense for the first time today from scrimmage. Perez last game against the Stallions, 26 for 38. For 200 yards passing, no picks, no touchdowns. Perez just one touchdown through his first 3 games. He is completing 72% of his passes on the most accurate passers in this league. Looks old. It does. It's only 30 years old. It's not, like, terrible. Winstead motions to the bottom of the screen. They give here. It goes to Ballage, and Ballage gets stuffed on the play. Ballage, nothing doing. Loss of 2. Austin on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 12. Me playing football was a safety. Yep. They go quick to the line, to the top, to the bottom. Ballage remains in the backfield. Perez takes a snap. They send 4. Perez looks. Slam pass. That ball is caught. Breaks 1 tackle and down at the 37-yard line. Thrown down on the play by Mike Rose. Catch on the play by Tyler Vaughns. His first of the day. Brings up 3rd and 3. What's a quarterback? Yep. Vaughns, 9 catches for 82 yards entering this game. 3rd leading receiver on the team in receptions and in yards. Last time out, 5 catches for 40 yards against the Stallions. 3rd and 3. Payton motions to the top of the screen. Empty backfield. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez takes a snap. They send 3. Perez, out route. That ball is caught. First down for Deontay Burnett. Spin move to the 45 and down to the 47-yard line. Brought down on the play by Lucas Dennis. But Deontay Burnett making the grab for a gain of 10 and a first down. Burnett had 4 catches for 30 yards last week. 9 for 76 entering this game. Nice little out route there. And the spin move to get by Chris Payton-Jones. Get some extra yards on the play. Perez looking sharp so far. Got the 2-point conversion. And 2 for 2 so far to start this drive. 1 the top, 1 the bottom. They give. Ballage, nothing doing. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, right at the 46-yard line. Willie Harvey on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 10. Watch WE. Nice. I'm not, but I'll see the highlights. There's so much happening today in sports. Today is a great day for sports. Playoffs, NBA, NHL, WrestleMania, UFL. I mean, there's so much. Baseball. 2nd and 10. 1 the top, 3 at the bottom. They give once again to Ballage. He bounces outside. He gets by Travis Feeney, and he'll get some yards on the play after getting by Feeney, but flag on the play. So it might be coming back. We'll see. First flag of the game. Usually down right now because of WrestleMania. No. No, I don't know why it would be. It's WrestleMania's pay-per-view. No, Wilkins got hurt. Wilkins got a non-contact injury. He's out for the game. They brought the card out. It was not good. It was not good. Holding is the call. That explains how we got by Feeney. You know, he got hurt pretty badly. It was non-contact knee injury. Johnster again with a 5. Appreciate you, man, as always. On a scale of 0 to 10. You know, the flag emoji. We had to dump it for the 42069. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how likely is Olivia Rodrigo to catch Sabrina Carpenter's most popular young new artist? I think Olivia is more popular. So I don't think it's any more... I think she is more popular. 2nd down, out route, tipped, incomplete. Chris Payton-Jones, nice breakup there on Tyler Vaughns, brings up 3rd and 20. First hit completion of the day. But yeah, I think Olivia is more popular as it is. Like, we're seeing Olivia sell out stadiums around the world, like literal stadiums right now. I'm not sure Sabrina's at that level just yet. I'm not sure. So, I would say 10, because she already is. I mean, I think she was bigger in 21 than Sabrina was in 24. 3rd and 20, Perez just checks it down. That ball is caught, but it's going to be well shy of the sticks. Loses the ball, fumble, scooped up on the play by Day-Day Hunter. Nearly disastrous sequence there. It's going to be a gain of 2, and on until we force the punt. Could have been a lot worse. Ball came out at the end. Sabrina's more popular based on how often you hear her name compared to Olivia. Well, remember, Olivia hasn't released an album in a little bit. Olivia hasn't dropped an album since September 23, so... Remember, it's all cyclic. The punt here by King. This one fielded at the 20. We taken by Pearson to the 30. Up the field to the 35-40. And Pearson down to the 42. Ball comes out at the end. Arlington on the recovery. Was he down by contact? They are going to say it is Arlington ball for the moment. So Pearson, a 22-yard return, but it's all for nothing as Carlton Johnson will pick up the ball on the fumble. He was not down. He was not down. That is Arlington football. Punched out on the play at the very end. The peanut punch coming from Sal Cannella, the tight end. You hear him a lot on offense, but he's making the play on special teams. St. Louis turns over for the second time today. He turned it over a lot last week against DC, 4 times, including quite a few times in the first quarter. That's how 6 turnovers in the last 5 quarters. And first down at the 42-yard line. Perez going for it all, gets it to Cannella, the man who recovered the fumble, or forced the fumble, I should say. And that's a huge gain. Longest play of the day for the Renegades. Gain of 27 and a first down. How's it going, Coleman? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Maybe too much on gameplay. I wish that football teams could use formations on offense. Yep. I know, I get it. I get it. Experiment a little bit. I get it. Brought down by Cameron Kelly. In the red zone. 1 at the top. Now 2 at the top. Is motioning to the top is Winstead. Perez. They give up the middle of Ballage, and that's going to go down to the 11-yard line, gain of 3. Cubs team was beautiful. I want to call it beautiful. It was wild. It was wild. But like I said yesterday with the Cubs D-backs game, they had no arms in the pen, so that's not the pen, like the pen that I've raved about, that's not the pen. That's not the pen I've raved about. That is the 2 weakest links in the pen, and that had to go because we had no arms. Manaply got optioned today, and Jarvis got optioned, so we don't have to deal with them anymore. Manaply and Jarvis have been sent down to Reno. It's a trick play here. Option, pitch, and first down. Seth Green takes the direct snap. It's a speed option play with a tight end taking the snap. He pitches it to Hunter. We'll call it a gain of 7 and a first down, first and goal. We've seen Arlington experiment with a lot of different looks this season. The T formation down by the goal line. We see that, a tight end option, a tight end speed option. There's your new formation. Why don't the D-backs use those guys against the Marlins? Yeah, that's a good question. Now the T formation here. It's Ehlers. They give to Smith. Smith, we know he's getting the ball on these plays. It's no secret. Who is the ball? Arlington. Second and goal. Oh, wait, I have the wrong thing. St. Louis ball to 2. Yeah. Or Arlington ball to St. Louis 2, I should say. This season, it seems like Smith has been exclusively used on those T formation plays. He's got 3 touchdowns on 7 yards this season. Ehlers, once again, the goal line quarterback. Fakes the give to Smith. He's going to look to throw. The left-handed quarterback, incomplete. That's his first throw of the season. Was looking for Seth Green in the back of the end zone. Rise up to 13-0 to lead the division. Wow. But basically what happened yesterday was they tried using Ryan Nelson, who can play. Ryan Nelson is normally good. They tried using Nelson because they had no other arms, and Nelson can go like 3 innings out of the pen. So, try using him. Man in motion here is Payton. It's a jet sweep pass. Breaks the tackle. He's in the end zone. Luis Perez, his second touchdown pass of the season. That was all Payton. Breaks the tackle. The shoestring tackle. Behind the line of scrimmage, Javonte Payton gets into the end zone on his 8th grab of the season. Gets faster. Yep. Probably later this year. Turning the corner, gets by Miles Jones, and 14-3. Renegades up by 2 scores. Their first drive offensively off the turnover by St. Louis. 2 turnovers resulting in 2 touchdowns. Perez, pump fake, end zone. Caught. Did Vaughns get over the goal line? He did. So once again, they get the 2-point try. And it's all Arlington right now. 16-3 in favor of the Renegades. I remember St. Louis started this game with the ball. Everything that could go wrong so far for St. Louis has. Rocky said when they were shut out by Walker, time tank in Denver. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Tanking. But basically last week, or yesterday, Ryan Nelson, you expect him to go, like, Corbin goes 6, Ryan Nelson goes to the final innings. Problem there is that he then gets blown up. He gets lit up. I don't know why. Nelson got lit up. It happens. It happens. That was like his first bad outing of the season. Nelson gets lit up. 7-1. From that point, okay. Well, all our arms are dead. Let's just throw in Manaply and Jarvis. Because you might as well at that point. This game's over. You don't expect the team to score 10 runs in the top of the 8th, which they do. And then it's like, oh crap, well these guys are warming up their only guys, so we gotta play them. So, that's what happened yesterday. Not concerned going forward. Kickoff here, it's a wobbly one. Takes a bounce, fielded at the 8-yard line. Taken to the 25, and that's where St. Louis will start this drive on the return by Gary Jennings. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Helps the channel a ton. We do all the UFL games on this channel. Not next week because I'm going to be at the NFL Draft, but we are live for the game tonight between Birmingham and Houston. I'm expecting that game to be pretty ugly, but we'll see. Houston's defense looks pretty good this year. It did last year, to be fair. Be Nolan Henderson's team. Oh, it's 11. All right. Ball to 25 for St. Louis. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Duggan, the quarterback for the rest of the game, seeing as Wilkins, if you're just tuning in, got injured on the opening drive. Non-contact knee injury. They brought out the card, and we're expecting the worst. It did not look pretty. Crow route, gain of 4. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Again, no Akeem Butler for St. Louis. He's only played 1 game this season. That was minimal against Houston. 2 at the top now, 2 at the bottom. Duggan, going to give it to Sailors, and Sailors, nothing doing. His last 5 quarters, his longest run is 3 yards. His longest run has been 3 yards. I don't know what has happened with Sailors, but it's not pretty. In our set the hockey? Maybe, yeah. So it's safe to assume the teams in NL East and Central will have to win their division or bust to make the playoffs? I don't know about that. Because, again, the NL West teams have not played each other yet. The Dodgers, Giants, Padres, and D-backs have played a grand total of 0 games against each other. They might beat up on each other. Now, Central, I would say yes. But the East, I mean, I could see the Mets potentially. 3rd down, Duggan. Clean pocket, fires middle of the field. That ball is caught at the 45-yard line. Duggan, strong in the pocket, and he hits Denzel Mims. His first grab of the day. It's a gain of 16 yards and a first down. Battlehawks driving, down by 13 points when we get back to start the second quarter. I'll put a poll up who wins this game. If you are a member, you have a lot of cool perks for being a member. One of those is you can use emojis in the chat of the teams playing. You'll be able to block the Giants steal line if they draft Carter. Yeah, I don't know who. I know who the top 3 picks are going to be. Take an hour set. Well, it takes more than an hour. It takes way more than an hour. I know who the top 3 picks are going to be. I can't tell you the order, how it's going to go 2-3. Ward's going to go 1. Be flabbergasted at this point if it doesn't. You figure Carter and Hunter go 2-3. So, I feel like Sanders, I don't think he's going to go to the Giants. I don't think you would sign Russ and Winston if you were going to draft Sanders. I don't think that would make a lot of sense, logistically speaking. I don't think Sanders goes to the Browns. And Renegades for the start, but it seems people are even more on the Battlehawks than before. Feels that way for now. It feels that way for now. They are driving here, but haven't done anything defensively today. We're going to be live later today for a Q&A GeoGuessr. We'll start that shortly after this game is done. Or like 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then we're going to be live at 7 for the Birmingham-Houston game down at TDECU Stadium. They're giving too little time? What? NXT is tonight. Doesn't... They'll have plenty of time. They'll have plenty of time. Yeah, we've seen places go from basketball to hockey in like an hour. 2 hours. So... From a Saturday night thing to Sunday night, there's... And two... It's the only thing Skittle for that day. It's not a big deal. It's the first time for the Battlehawks. After stream, I watched Amen Out. Great movie, well done. Yes. Very good movie. Kim Possible couldn't leave me depressed. Disney has a way of doing that. Yeah, that tells you a lot about the story of Joe Jackson. Favorite Idol season? Ooh. Favorite season, man. I would have to go... I think it was 5. Taylor Hicks, Catherine McPhee, Chris Daughtry, Kelly Pickler. That was a good season. 3 was also good. 3, 4, 5 was good. Yes, exactly. Yep, the owner. Yep. You get why some of it went down like that. You get why. First down, the 45. Duggan swings it out to his back. That one's caught by Jarvian Howard, but it's only going to be a gain of 1, maybe 2. Brought down by Jaden Price. Meanwhile, Renegades, most of you taking that, but not by a lot. You gotta go, all good, man. All good. Yeah, I think at very least Shoeless Joe should be in the Hall of Fame. I really do. Disney Channel Southern Gamer cartoons? Oh, they were. They were. 3 to 5 was peak. Yes. 3 to 5, I legitimately, at least at my school, Idol was bigger than the NFL. QB draw, stuffed at the 40-yard line. Chris Odom on the tackle alongside Charlie Thomas. 3rd and long. 3 through 5 was peak. I mean, every show modeled after Randy Paul Simon. Like, Idol was big. Like, that got me through the week. It's like, you talked about Idol in school with friends. Like, everyone watched. Everyone watched Idol. How's it going, Cujo from the 505? Appreciate you tuning in. If you bet the under, it's not looking great right now. 19 points already in the first quarter. 3rd and 15. Duggan, empty backfield. They send 4. Duggan, time in the pocket. Deep shot here. Going for it all. One-on-one. Underthrown. Intercepted. Intercepted on the play by Claybrooks. I mean, you could view it as an arm punt. But Chris Claybrooks, the former Jaguar, makes the pick. And Arlington's got the ball after St. Louis turns it over for the 3rd time today. Yeah, many times the Knicks and Raiders played same day at MSG. There was one time the Nets played at Izod Center. I think it was Continental Airlines back then. Played a double overtime basketball game, and then they had to play hockey later that night, and they did. So that's how 7 turnovers for St. Louis in their last 6 quarters. And Chris Claybrooks, a former Memphis man, picked today's winning combo. Ooh. All right, I'm going to take Pacers game 1. Pacers, Nuggets, Knicks, Lakers for today. Yeah, the arm punt of all time, yep. Cadella is a blocker down the pistol. Handoff here. Day-Day Hunter down to the 19-yard line. Willie Harvey on the stop. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6. Renegades at 6. Sometimes they call this game over. I'm not, but I wouldn't say it's over, but I would definitely lean in that direction potentially. And Arlington has a propensity to blowing games. So last week against Birmingham, not the greatest team closing games. One top, one the bottom. Play action. Perez pressured. Screen pass incomplete. Hunter the intended target. Harvey on the coverage. Brings up 3rd and 6. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. a donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order they see them. Duggan's bench for Wilkins. Well, fiction. Wilkins is... That's the whole reason Duggan's in. Wilkins is the starter. He got hurt. The very first drive. If you're just joining us, Wilkins got hurt. He had to get carted off. Non-contact injury. It was not good. So, I can't see him getting benched for Wilkins. The third quarterback, if you are wondering, is Trey Self. I'll go Winnipeg and Dallas in that. Timeout Arlington as they... I think timeout Arlington. We go to commercial break. Assuming it's a timeout for Arlington. Mark Hamill Joker, still the best on the Heath Ledger. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. But I think Phoenix in the first Joker movie was incredible too. I don't talk about the second one, but the first one, Phoenix was really good. All right, again, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. If Winnipeg loses this game when they lose, serious fiction on that. Fiction on that. I think home ice advantage is like the least important of the sports. Duggan's bench for Self. I'm gonna say fiction on that. I don't think that's possible. I think the third quarterback, it's got to be both guys get hurt. I don't think you can bench the second quarterback for the third. I think it's got to be an injury. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think you can do it like that. Avoid Winnipeg as President's Trophy curse. Yep. That's why Washington collapsed at the very end of the season. They knew. They knew. However, Duggan's benched. St. Louis calls up McCarron, signs to a contract, bring him back. Well, I don't think McCarron wants to play. Like, McCarron said he's, like, he wasn't crazy about the travel schedule in the UFL. So, I mean, listen to interviews with him. He doesn't seem like he has, like, much of a desire to play again in the UFL. I feel like Astro bounced back to last game 2 and collapsed after that. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Not sure the first game, though, will be indicative for a team like that. You lose 7 Jinx lives? Oh, boy. Well, that was going to be fun this year in Stanley Cup. That was going to be fun. I mean, it didn't seem like McCarron and Beck ended on good terms, so. Just based on everything I've heard. Go to Mets game? Nice. Have fun. Your boy you want to get traded. Your boy that you wanted traded looked pretty good yesterday. Endure with a second shot, second deck blast to end the game yesterday. The Earns in the Hall of Fame, yep. Yeah, a lot of baseball was messed up back then. Yeah, Lindor was pretty clutch yesterday. You're waiting for that moment. He gave it to you. So the time up by Arlington, we got 3rd and 7. About 12:30 to go in the first half. Made a mistake of using recent buys, so I predicted Nashville last year. That's why I didn't choose St. Louis. They are playing good hockey right now. To the top, to the bottom. Motioning is Hunter. Perez, empty backfield. They send 4. Perez looks. Deep shot. Caught at the 42. Nice seam route there by Isaiah Winstead. That's a first down. Beautiful throw. Gain at 23. The accidentally made PG-13 version for Turn the Joker. Yes. Flag on the play, though. Hang on a second. Pass interference on the offense. So wipe that off and make it 3rd and 16. The call is pass interference. Let's see, did he push to get open? You know, there's the extension of the arm to the upper body. Yeah. Looked like there was a push-off. Looked like there was a little bit of a push-off there. So make it 3rd and 16. You definitely use that to get separation at the end of the route. Had President's Trophy winning Stanley Cup Series since 2013. We're due. It's almost like my theory with Carolina. It feels like they're due at some point. Is Stoops going to super challenge this? Stoops is super challenging. So again, the super challenge rules, you get 1. You win your first, you get a 2nd. You don't win your first, that's it. They're challenging this for pass interference. We're going to take another look at this. Now, the one angle we saw... this is it. There's no better angle. There's no, like, close-up angle. So if this is the best angle we saw, I'm not sure that can be... I'm not sure this can be overturned. All right, this is the best angle we're going to get. This is the best angle. Vlogging schedule, like, for next week, just every day. Every day I'll put something out. Marner start with Utah. Yeah, Jags 5-week streak has been due for a while. That is true. And after review, they really had no camera angles on this. Is Blandino sick? I think Pereira does too and Blandino does too. I think that's how it works. So I think Blandino is going to work the 2 games tonight. Or the game tonight and the game tomorrow. Usually it's split pretty even. And they really had no angles with that. Yeah, next week every fan will have open. Let's see the Falcons. So yeah, you lose the Super Challenge, loses at a timeout. So Arlington has lost 2 timeouts. You have to pitch the whole game for a no-hitter. Otherwise, we've seen plenty of no-hitters in baseball history. You got to pitch the entire game. Doesn't count if you only pitch part of it. Perez checks it down the drag route that's caught. Gives some breathing room to Hunter, but Harvey on the stop. And the St. Louis defense holds. Have another firing? Ooh. 4th and 13. Yes, I need them to draft another quarterback. Penix is on the older side of things. You know, it's time. They'll draft another skill position player. They'll draft like Ted or someone, and we'll go from there. All right, King. Punting this one away. We'll see if St. Louis can hold on to this one. Fielded at the 26. Pearson to the side. He's losing ground to the 31-yard line. Just 5 yards on the return. Stephen Jones on the tackle. St. Louis will take over at the 31-yard line. Is the Jags' final week streak the dumbest streak in the history of the universe? Yes, it is. It makes no sense. That makes no sense. Now, the Rangers firing their coach makes a ton of sense. That one, I felt like was coming. Not even remotely surprised by that. Oh, no, you're good, everything. You're good. You're good on that. You're good on that. No, there are no dumb questions here. They need edge rushers and offensive linemen. I feel like they need more skill players. I think that's what Terry wants. The last 4 drafts, their first round, they've gone skill players. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. But yeah, they should go defense. If they're smart, they go defense. But who knows with Terry. Handoff here, that's again a 6 for Sailors down to the 36. Two at the top, 1 at the bottom. Yeah, Flyers, that'd be a good move for them. Be a good move. Carolina Matthews, you cannot. No, you definitely cannot rely on Judon. Definitely cannot. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Yeah, they should go defense. Handoff, Sailors. He gets down to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 1. If you're just joining us, Duggan in at quarterback. Wilkins out for the rest of the game with an injury. '25 Rangers are the hardest fall for a President's winning trophy year I've ever seen. Yeah, you would never think they won the President's Trophy with the way they played this year. To not even make the playoffs since they look really bad defensively while doing so. My God. 72 games. I could see that. Yeah, I think 72 and 90 is what the Marlins are going to be. I think they'll be worse, actually, but I think second half of the season they'll be better. The handoff here, Sailors. First down. Didn't bet this weekend. Can't go on a line to Mexico. Probably for the best, because right now the over looks pretty good. Yeah, draft tight end if they didn't learn a lesson. They're going to give him the first down. Gain of 1. How's it go, Michael? No, I'm a bit late. Had to run some errands, including a trip to BMV. Oof. Grab them soon. DMV, frankly, with you as well, my man. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Vikings win, make the NFC Championship. If they lose, they fire their coach. That's great. Yeah, Trotsy seat definitely hot. First down. Play action. Duggan. Sidearm throw incomplete. Too high on that one. Looking for Jennings. 2nd and 10. Yeah, this game over on ABC if you want to watch. Right, 59-69 would be, yeah. I think that's where they're going to be. I think the Marlins do the guys in the farm, they'll come up the second half of the year, and the team in the second half is going to be a lot different than the team in the first half. Second down, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They give up the middle. Sailors, nice move. And he'll get the first down, trucking ahead to midfield. Call it a gain of 10. Yeah, I would make the NFC Championship or fire KOC. I'm leaning more toward making the NFC Championship. No way the UFL's... Well, they signed a new CBA. They did get a new 2-year CBA, so... that bodes pretty well. They did sign a new CBA. So players are making more money. That's for 2 years. So it's a good sign. Howard. No gain on that run at the 49-yard line. Brought down there by Davion Nixon. Brings up second down. Next year, 75. I could see that. I think Penix is the guy. I could see that. I could see that. He looked decent for a rookie at times. And now he's going to have the whole year to run with the ones. There's probably no chemistry last year with the ones either, because he didn't run with the ones. One on the top, 2 at the bottom. Duggan under center. Play action. They send forward Duggan, pressured. He's going to roll out. He's going to look to throw on the run. Now he's going to take off and run and going out of bounds at the 46. Forced out of bounds there by Nixon. UFL in Utah. The Stallions did not do too well, attendance-wise, support-wise, so I'm not sure on that. I remember, and that was before they had hockey, so it's even more saturated now. I just heard McCarthy is the guy, as a Lions fan, Michigan fan, can you just straight him out of the division, please? Yeah, that had to hurt for a lot of Lions fans. At the draft, they were like, I remember a lot of Lions fans like, oh, crap, wait, this guy I rooted for my whole life at Michigan is now with the enemy? Oh, boy. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, Duggan. Second read, pump fake. Now he's going to take off and run. He's going to get close to the sticks at the 42-yard line. He's going to bring up 4th and 2. So he dives ahead. You figure they're going to go for it here. With 7 minutes to go in the first half. Remember, Arlington, St. Louis got the ball to start this. Have you Pacers unions? I'm not crazy about him. You shouldn't be able to use alternate jerseys for the playoffs like this. 4th down, they're lined to go for it. UFL Oklahoma City. If they have a stadium, yeah. But I don't think they have a stadium. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Duggan pressured. Fires low throw, but caught by Sailors. First down in the flat. Sailors down to the 23. They get the 4th down conversion. Nico Bolden on the stop. Gain of 19. They applied a lot of pressure, but Duggan able to get that throw off. He's looking all right so far today. Pick a side. Knew he was going to get hit on that one. It was a low throw, but able to get it off, and Sailors does the rest. Yeah, they use Vancouver jerseys. Though, didn't they wear those jerseys? Didn't they? I mean, I like those jerseys. But didn't they wear those jerseys to start off their career in Memphis as well? Ooh, never an NFL college football referee. I would say York on that one. I would say York. It's definitely not Gene. Definitely not Pereira. I don't think it's I think it's Russell York. Late hit on the play. So after a loss of 1, it's going to be all for nothing as Amani Bledsoe will get called for a late hit. And Bledsoe's like, wait, what did I do? But check the replay on this. Will be personal foul. Going against Arlington. That's correct. Let's go. Crusher, I could see that for sure. Definitely for sure. They actually get on Kyan Bars, number 92. So they give to Howard, nothing on the play. The whistle's blew by this point. And then coming in, he just... that extra shove. It's the extra shove. What do you... He did? I didn't know it was Sandra O'Connor. Yeah, I like Gene. Well, he kind of sucks up to the officials at times. I think my favorite one's Dean. I think Dean Blandino's the best. Flag on this play. Illegal substitution on St. Louis. So first and goal at the 15 now. Nice drive here for the Battlehawks. 15 yards to go to the end zone. Thanks to some good throws by Duggan. A 4th down completion. And a penalty after the play. After a run by Howard. First and goal at the 15. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Duggan takes the snap. They're going to give it this time to Sailors, and he will get the yardage that they lost on the illegal substitution. Brought down the 10-yard line. Will Clark brings him down for a gain of 5. Second and goal. The drunk uncle pretends to know football. I think he knows football. It's just... he does a lot of sucking up to the officials. Norman's close enough to OKC for the UFL. I guess that would work. I think the stadium would just not look that good for TV. Maybe a bit too much of a college town, too. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Duggan takes the snap. Play action. He's going to set the edge, and Duggan will go down to the 7-yard line. Brought down by Clark. Had a busy drive today. 3rd and goal. How's it going, Tippy? Welcome on. Appreciate you tuning in. Ball at the 7. Is this 4-down territory here? A 7-minute drive. Field goal keeps it at a 2-score game. Are you thinking 4 downs on this? The Norman Husbands. Watch your video on Ted McNulty. Would you believe McNulty in the early 70s has better college numbers than Jurgensen and Duke in the 50s? I would believe that because, again, college, I mean, people weren't throwing the ball back then. People were not throwing the ball in college back then. 3rd and goal. Duggan, pressure, down he goes. Chris Odom on the sack. The 4 official likes officials, yep. And now you got to kick the field goal. And talk about 4-down territory is done after that. As Duggan goes down for the first time today. It's just a nice stunt there. Fooled the interior. Don't think Panasuk knew who to pick up. And Chris Odom will get credit for that sack. His 2nd of the season. You from Baton Rouge? I cannot. I'll see homer at a time. 4th and goal. The kick here. Blankenship. It's money. He's 2 for 2 today. With 3:09 to go in the first half. Battlehawks trail by 2 scores. After a 7.5-minute drive. Arlington ball with a chance to double dip when we get back. Percentage chance of you winning against a Tiger, 0%. Tiger would maul you. Tiger would legitimately maul you. If everything goes according to plan, they'll stun fast for the Marlins? Absolutely. Also, it's a lot easier to turn around year to year in the NFL versus MLB. A lot easier. Pacers majority of the first score using the hack and shack started on Giannis. It's kind of working. I mean, it's not a good free throw shooter. It's not the worst idea. Don't let him get any easy buckets. He gets in the paint, just foul. It's a slow-moving quarter, though. It's been a 40-minute quarter. The other LTV show family. I don't know about that. I don't know if they know him for that. I think most people know him for his music. If you like what you see, like and subscribe to the channel a ton. Growling Piquet? No. Also, in terms of the Jaguars draft odds, Genty has moved up to plus 260. He is now the second favorite behind Mason Graham. Ashton Genty is at plus 260 for the Jaguars for the draft. Plus 5,000 a week ago. Plus 260 now. Akron. Yeah, I'm on Metro right now. Well, the Jaguars thing based on what? I just talk about like how Cohen's system works and based on the comments Gladstone's made. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm still leaning that Graham's going to be the pick. I still think Graham will be the pick. But where there's smoke, we'll see. Kickoff here. Fielded at the 2. The 20. 25 and down to the 30-yard line. In-season tournament. Courts during the playoffs. Oh, God. Those things are eyesores. Things are just eyesores. Our Arlington Bowl. As Indiana will be up by 8 at the end of the first. Flagship TFL? I think so. I think so. ETN trade day 2. I could see that. Well, I think you trade before. I think if you're going to do that, you trade ETN before. Because then you know he's got, like... You do it now. Before, like, his... Because obviously, at that point, everyone knows the Jaguars wouldn't bring him back. So you get it for a lot, like... Handoff here. 2nd and 6. Jags straight down, taking Tyler Warren, then you get tight end Bailey. I mean, I think we need a backup tight end. But I don't think we need a starter. Brendan Strange can play. Brendan Strange can play. They wouldn't make the move he couldn't. Genty 1, Biggs with the 2. I could see that. I could definitely see that. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Motioning is Peyton. Handoff here. Bouncing is Hunter. And Hunter will go down to the 36. Raiders or Falcons? Right now I'm taking the Raiders. Better coach. Better quarterback. Right now I'm taking the Raiders. 3rd and 4 at the 36. Yeah, 4 has a possibility. I think ETN... I'm not sure ETN will be a Jaguar by the end of this week. By the end of the draft weekend, I'm not sure ETN will be a Jaguar. We go to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4 when we get back. I'm telling you, they're going to draft a running back high. I know that. They're drafting a running back the first 4 rounds. First round would be, oh boy. The third time the Jags draft a running back in the first round since 2017. It's a lot of times to do that. I still think Graham will be the pick. I still think it's going to be Graham. Alabama beat Oregon State? Yeah. I think they would. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. So what about Strange Place production of Ingram? I mean, look, I didn't want to get rid of Ingram. I really did not want to get rid of Ingram. But Strange can play. Strange can definitely play. That's where the Cohen's offense is utilized. I'm not sure you need two tight end. Like, I'm not sure you really need, like, two. Now, you do need depth. But I don't think it's going to be Tyler Warren. He can play, don't get me wrong. I love Tyler Warren, but I don't think he'll be the pick. If he's, yeah, I don't get the point of that. To remind you, yeah, you're watching this game. Because I know you're not going to turn it off. I don't know why. It's like that. Most likely Super Bowl match with at least one team missed the playoffs last year. Ooh. Most likely? At least one missed the playoffs. I would say Chiefs-Niners. Or Bills-Niners. I would say Bills-Niners was the most likely with the team that missed the playoffs last year. As long as he has to go to the Bears, I'm happy, which I don't think he will. Yeah, I don't think he's going past 6. Ever get fooled by a football replay thinking a play that happened earlier just happened? Yes. Oh, yeah. Many times. Many times. Not during a game like I'm paying attention to, but like on the side of my screen, absolutely. Many times. Third down. Perez looks, slant pass, incomplete. Chris Payton-Jones on the coverage. And St. Louis will get the ball back. If it's Chiefs-Niners, yeah. I think a lot of people would at that point. I appreciate all you guys tuning into this stream. 4th and 2. You can either build cornerstone player on defense or cornerstone player offense. Yep. It's going to be Graham or Genti. It's going to be one of those two. It could be Jalen Walker. I think he's an outsider at number, like the 3rd option. The punt here by King. Gets it off. Bounces at the 20 to the 10. Great punt there. Will be down at the 11-yard line. So King flips the field, a 53-yard punt, no return on the play. St. Louis will take over at the 11 with 1:47 to go in the first half. $4 to make it back, though. I want Bills lines. I think a lot of people want Bills lines. I think a lot of people. That would just be a fun matchup. All right, first down the 11-yard line. Mons losing. Not surprised. One of the top, two at the bottom. Duggan takes a snap. They send 4. Duggan looks. Low throw, incomplete. Looking for Mims. Here's going to start our win stop. Ooh. Dumbest pitcher pull out in MLB history. Ooh, the dumbest one? I mean, the Rays in the World Series pulling a guy that was pretty much perfect when he was showing no signs of slowing down. I didn't get that. I don't know what Cash was thinking there. 2nd and 10, they send 5. Duggan, incomplete. Bobbled and dropped by Pearson. Bit behind him, but expecting to make that grab. 3rd and 10. Like, that didn't make a lot of sense to me when they did that. Third and 10. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Duggan. They send 4. Clean pocket. Has to avoid the sack now and cannot. Loses the ball. It's a scoop and score. They're going to say it was down to the 2. They're going to say it was down to the 2. And Arlington has a timeout. They should use it here. I think they will with 1:25. Duggan had plenty of time but couldn't get rid of the ball. Well, you have to have fallen far in your mock draft. Let's check if he was down or not. Willie Taylor picked up the ball and scored. Was he down? He was down. Yes, he was down at the 2. Second time today, Duggan's been sacked on 3rd down. 4th and 18. Clock is stopped. I'm assuming Arlington called timeout here. They did. With a 1:25. Putting from the back of his own end zone is Hofrichter. You give a 100 by, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. The punt here out of his own end zone, fielded at the 43-yard line by Price. And he will go out of bounds at the 45-yard line of St. Louis. 43-yard punt in terms of net. Like it's not good today. Nope, but I'm not surprised. Again, with Duggan at quarterback. Not too surprised. The running game has been struggling as of late. After the first 2 games, they look pretty good. Remember, St. Louis looked great the first 2 games, but Houston and San Antonio are 2 of the worst teams in the league. So, the first real test was DC. They failed that test. The offensive line's been a big issue for St. Louis, which is interesting because it's one of the same guys as last year. Jimmy B, Panasiewicz, Gonzalez, Jones Smith. Jack starts to the Steelers. Oh, boy. Ball at the 46 for Arlington. Perez. Delayed handoff goes to Ballage. Ballage will get nothing, and the clock's going to run as a result of flag on the play. Carlos leaning toward O-line for the first round. I think so. I'm leaning O-line too. Holding on the offense, so back it up. 1st and 20. They will get Jake Johanning, the center, on that one. Name 5 of the top 10 songs on the day I was born. Oh, all right. Let me think about that. Man. 5 songs in the top 10 on the day I was born. All right, I'll think about that at halftime. 1st and 20, Perez. That's a good question. Dumps it off. Caught by Ballage at the 48. 2nd and 16. They have no timeouts. 50 seconds to go. Arlington a chance to double dip here. St. Louis got the ball to start this game. Perez. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Canella and Vaughn's at the bottom. They're taking their sweet time here. Perez calls the play. They send 3. Perez. Looking. Rolling. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Looking for Canella. Okay. Let me think. 5 of the top 10. I'm going to just write some ideas down on this. Okay. We are thinking on this. Okay. 5 of the top 10 the day I was born. 99 in there? No, I think, no, that was 98. That was 98. Man, if I have the top 10 day was born. 3rd and 16. Perez. Stepping up. Gonna throw on the run. Deep shot. Going for it all. One-on-one. Caught. Touchdown Arlington. Tyler Vaughn's. TV with the TD. Touchdown Arlington. What a throw. Luis Perez had 1 touchdown pass his first 3 games. He's got 2 here today. And the Renegades lead by 16. Stepping up, firing on the run. Had one-on-one coverage with Chris Payton-Jones. Cards Vets about live streaming that today now. And Tyler Vaughn's turn on the TV for TV. There you go. With a chance to double dip. Hang on. They're going to go for 1 from the 2. This will make it a 17-point game. They are 2 for 2 on conversions today. Wait, I need to really think about this one. Ain't 5 of the top 10. They're in a modified look with 3 in the backfield. All lined up behind each other. It's a modified I formation. With 2 lead blockers. Ballage, Smith, and Canella lined up as lead blocker. Okay. Thing with Dart is if he goes to the Steelers, I'm not sure he's NFL ready. If you throw him in week 1, yep. It's a lot of guys. That's a lot of guys. I think Beck is challenging this play. St. Louis is going to use a super challenge here. Hang on a second. They're using a super challenge. I'm not sure for what. I think holding is what they're looking at it. They're looking at holding. They're looking at a face mask, potentially. Is that a face mask? Did Austin get dragged with the... He actually got tugged inside the collar. Hang on a second. There was some tugging inside the collar. There was a bit of a tug by Garrett McGinn. The right guard. Tugging inside Freedom's collar. Hang on a second. This could be... Lenora Sellers. Ooh. Is this going to be called back for holding? St. Louis figures they have nothing to lose at this point. And based on the move of the chain gang, this one might be coming back. Based on the move of the chain gang, this one might be coming back. It is holding. No touchdown. It is holding. They get their super challenge and they'll get one back. And yes, that was holding. So take the touchdown off the board. Now, I think there should be a time limit on super challenges. So in fact, I mean, that took a long time to then throw the flag. But Beck makes the right call. There was holding. The collar was tugged. Yeah, I thought so too with James Pierce. 3rd and 25, so take the touchdown off the board. Ball to 39. 3rd and 25. Yeah, they are. Yep, that's what the super challenge is. Slam pass, that ball's caught by Canella. Canella goes down to the 47. St. Louis, will they call a timeout here? They will. Gain of 8 on the play, 4th and 17. Battlehawks just run the Wildcats second half? Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me think about these songs. Try that. All right. put it in there. The punt here. In the end zone for a touchback. You feel like St. Louis would have taken a knee. UFL slots are pretty long. UFL slots are way longer than a lot of these leagues. So late quarterbacks to a 26 draft, not Klugarch. Yeah, it looks promising. I think Lagway could declare too. I think Lagway's eligible next year as well. I think he's out. Or is that after? Okay. I'll just... And it's roughness. And on both teams, so offsetting penalties. All right. False start again. They're just going to take a knee. They're not going to do anything here. I wouldn't think. They haven't Blankenship kick it to the net, but... The ball at the 20-yard line. Backup quarterback. I would not take any chances. Duggins been sacked twice today. I would not take any chances here. One at the top, three at the bottom, though. Duggan, they're going to throw. And he gets sacked. Yep, that's what I thought. And they'll go into the half. 16-6 your score. Duggan gets sacked for the third time today. Brought down by Taco Charlton, the former Cowboy. Renegades get the ball to start the half. And with that, we go to halftime. All right. So let me think about this. I jotted down some notes with this question. I jotted down some notes. I'm going to take a shot in the dark on this. Okay. And this was... Okay. Here's my prediction. Okay? Here's what I'm going with, okay? I'll be missing you. Okay? Mbop. Still be there by the Spice Girls. So about the Benjamins. Come with me. How do I live? You make me wanna. Been around the world. Feel so good. All for you. I'm gonna go with those 10. I don't know if that's right or not. But name 5 of the top 10 songs of the day was born. August 1st, 1997. We're gonna find this out in real time. Okay. That's what I'm going with here. If Carter fell to 4, that would be insane. A.J. Brown, future Cowboy for the 4th pick. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But I can't see it happening. Okay. The day I was born. Not even close. When was 11? Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. 11, 12, 13. I got that. All I got right was number 1. Had the right idea with the Biggie song. Not even close. I love how I got 11, 12, and 13. I love how I got that. I got 20. I got that. Got 5 of the top 20. Magic Heat Warriors Grizzlies. I would be stunned if that happens. Man. the Bee Gees had a top 40 hit in 97. It's a good song, too. But they literally had a top 40 hit in 97. Somehow. All right. Again, tomorrow we've got UFL and NBA the Celtics game. It's happening. And, yeah. We got tonight. Half record effort. So we got that, and we got tonight we'll be doing the game between the Stallions and the Roughnecks. Pizza party? Oh, it was good. It was good. I mean, Papa John's always comes in clutch for the party. Marcel 4-0. Jeez. Oh yeah, this is not good. Not good. Not good. Is everyone going to depex him? Yes. Yes. Montreal St. Louis Stanley Cup. Wow. That's bold. He doesn't start a top 5. That's a huge reach. But if he played in the Alamo Bowl, if he played like it did there, or Texas Bowl, I mean, he plays like it did there, absolutely, I could see it. Only NFL regular season game played in August happened the month you were born. Yep, August 1997. The only ones. They'll never go back to that, I don't think. They don't want to start before Labor Day anymore. Ratings are not that good. Looks to the Bengals. Ooh. Jalen Milroe to the Dolphins. Whoa. Oh, you have Milroe to the Dolphins. Whoa. In round 2, man. And we'll pick them to Stanley Cup playoffs. I think Canadians is pretty bold. That's a gauntlet they got to go through. That is a gauntlet and a half. In 16-6 to score, Arlington had a touchdown wide from the board due to the Super Challenge. Meaning St. Louis gets to keep their challenge. It starts so early in 97. I think part of it was, if I remember correctly, hang on, let me look at the calendar. I think part of it was they wanted to have the bye. Yeah, part of it was they wanted to. The Super Bowl was always the last week of January. So it was going to be January 25th. And the only way to do that would be to start in August unless you were going to have 1 week in between, which you don't want. So the only way to do it, have the game played January 25th and have a bye between the conference championships and the Super Bowl, was to start in August. So that's why. Bucks, my expectation go to series, head back tied 1-1. Yep, I feel like that's all I can ask for. You split, That's all you could ask for. Miller ideally redshirt for a year Miami before 10 QB2, probably. According to Gemini, last player to score a goal in the Winter Classic was on April 3rd. Wow. Yeah, Winter Classic. That's definitely when the Winter Classic is played. April 3rd. God. That's why we shouldn't use ChatGPT and Gemini as search engines. Derek Harmon to the Bills. Bring his partner cry. Caldwell. Ooh. So we'll never fell on January 25th before. Let me check, actually. Let me check. I gotta check the dates. 4 defensive ends. Who was taken last? Rick Bryan, Ron Farrell, Pete Koch, or Alfonso Carricker? I would say Koch on that one. I think it's Koch. Could be dead wrong, but I'm gonna go Koch. All right, January. So it did before, but not during the 17-week season. So it fell before on Super Bowl 15, Super Bowl 21, but that was during a 16-week season, not 17, where you had a bye week in the regular season. So yeah, January 25th, that was the only time it's happened since teams got byes. So that's why it was like that. It was, Pete. Let's go. So, you know, because, yeah, the thing, Joseph, before that, because there was Super Bowl before on that day, but that was the first one. Yeah, that was the first one since 1990. So it was no issue in a 16-week season, but 17 weeks, it was a bit of an issue. You think Sora's falling that far? Wow. Yeah, they felt like they were higher up. The Bills will draft for punters, a new quarterback, Tom Tupa. Good old Tom Tupa strategy. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps us out a ton on the channel. Second half is going to start in just a little bit. Down in Arlington, 16-6 game right now. Yeah, Chiefs did blow it in 97. They did. That's Schottenheimer for you. Schottenheimer in the playoffs for you. We have a video dropping tomorrow as well, so keep that in mind. Video will be dropping tomorrow. Everything today's video, click that link above. Yes, Scott Henson does trivia at the draft. He does. He does a little trivia at the draft. He does. Yeah, day 3. Yeah, day 1 and 2, there's nothing. Day 1 and 2, there was nothing. Trivia-wise. Day 3, it's all like keeping people engaged and whatnot. Yeah, by the way, 20 more years for Mahomes. Work down the end. Can I show you the next Saturday? Yep. Doing that's where you'll most likely find me. All right. Well, it's more like, it's more he's on stage and he, like, asks questions to the crowd. It's not like a specific location. It's not like it's a, like a spot in the draft experience. It's not like it's not like that. It's not like it was like at the Super Bowl experience that I went to in Phoenix, where it's like a specific spot. Chiefs had 9 postseason victories in their entire history from 16 to 2017. Patrick was 17. Jeez. Well, they had none for like 30 years. They had none for a while. There was a long stretch. A really long stretch. From the start of the 90s to that Texans game. They didn't win a playoff game. It's 73% of you on the Renegades to win this one. Second half starting here. And if you do like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. You can use the emojis to show your support for either one of these teams. This game over on ABC. Duggan going to come back out there for the second half of the Battlehawks once that happens. But Arlington gets it to start. Yeah, they were not good. Lynn Elliott, the Chiefs-Colts collapse. It's a luck. The defense laying an egg against the Colts. 0-3. Kickoff return here to the 20. And that's where he'll be brought down. Data Hunter brought down right around there. And Arlington has the ball. Up by 2 scores. 1st and 10. He should have the best quarterback Bills history. I think JP Losman. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Yep, that's that. Yeah, that was a collapse. The blow in 38-10. Yep. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They give up the middle, and that goes to Ballage. Gain of 4. Yeah, he had Milrow round 2 to the Dolphins. How many years had the moment where every team owned its original pick prior to the draft? I don't think it's never happened. It's never happened. Slam pass. Winston on the grab. Kelly on the stop. You know, it's never happened before. This is the first year, which is insane. Won't last. This is going to be a team that trades down. Team that trades up and whatnot. 3rd and 2. Ballage. Handoff. That's going to be close. Right now, they're marking him half a yard shy. They're marking him half a yard shy. 4th and 1. Could be a very quick 3 and out unless they decide to go for it here. It is 4th down. They are going to line up to go for it. It's only an inch. Say they're trying to get with the hard count. It is only an inch. You fall forward, you got this. St. Louis does not have a lot of guys on the line. It's just an inch. Perez. They're going to hand it off here. Ballage. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. Oh, I would not have done that. He didn't get it. He did not get it. That's St. Louis ball. It's a 4 and out. And St. Louis taking over inside Arlington's 30-yard line. I don't think he got it. I don't think he got there. Travis Feeney on the stop. I don't think he got to the 30. He'll check the spot, but I think that's St. Louis ball, and it will be. Bold decision there against the backup quarterback to not punt it away. And to do that. To hand it off deep instead of just QB6. Sailors for St. Louis to the 26. 2nd, 7. All right, so wait. So Mahomes has won 17 games. You name the Chiefs quarterbacks the other 4 to get a playoff victory. Okay. Well, Dawson's definitely one of them. Know that. Dawson? Okay. Second and 6. Middle of the field, broken up, incomplete. Jaden Price on the stop. Oh, man, they didn't want to... Alex Smith. Smith. Dawson. Had to be a... One of them was obviously the 90s. Wasn't Blackledge. He wasn't with the team by that point when they won. 3rd and 6. 3 at the bottom. Duggan. Pressure. He's going to go down again on 3rd down. That's the 3rd time today's been sacked on 3rd down. 4th time has been sacked today. It's Chris Odom once again. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I can do this. Montana beat the Oilers. So yeah, Montana would be 1. And then before Montana. Wasn't Craig. Wasn't Gerback. Wasn't Bono. Oh my god. Why am I blanking on this? Why am I blanking on this? It's against the Raiders. He didn't do anything in the game, but it was against the Raiders. 53-yard driver Blankenship. He's been money this whole season. He's now 3 for 3 from 50 plus. Pittsburgh follows Halburn. They could. They could. They could. 16-9. It is now a 1-score game. Arlington defense does its job. Seeing the field position. Battlehawks start with. Oh my god. I am blanking. Is this Bohm's last year with... I think with the Phils it's his last year. Oh my goodness. Why the heck am I blanking? DeBerg. It's DeBerg. Steve DeBerg. It's DeBerg. I'm gonna miss DeBerg. Steve DeBerg. He was the guy before. It's DeBerg. Yep. You know what year I was getting every Chiefs quarterback but him. I was like, it's not Gerback, it's not Bono, it's not... I erased Montana. I was like, it's not Blackledge. It was this guy after Blackledge before. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's a good question. Probably wants to say Cotton Davidson too, as well. But he didn't do it. Kickoff return here. Hunter, out of bounds to the 30-yard line. Cam to the Texans, I would lose my mind. That would be the worst thing to ever happen in the history of anything. Yeah, Tyler. I've heard some things about Tyler. I've even heard like some people say round 1, which I think is insane. But we'll see. First down the 30-yard line, 1 the top, 3 at the bottom. Perez takes a stab. Last drive was a quick 4 and out. Fires in the flats, caught by his back. Ballage makes one man miss, and he'll go out of bounds to the 38-yard line, brought out by Chris Payne and Jones. He could recover wins for a paper sack. Yep. 2nd and 2. Only a 1-score game. Handoff here. Ballage, gain of 1. St. Louis run defense looking pretty sharp today. They got that big stop on 4th down earlier. It was 22-6 at one point. You figured, okay, this one might be over. Super challenge negates a touchdown, and since then, St. Louis unable, Arlington unable to get anything going. So Cubs D-backs game is also officially underway. We got that one on. T formation here. I think Ehlers is in the game. It is. They give on the T. That one stuffed. St. Louis does its job again on the ground. As Corbin Carroll hits a leadoff home run. Let's go. Oh, man. 4th and 1. Yeah, go back over again. Yeah, I did not agree with that at all. Could not get any leverage on the play. Chris Garrett on the stop. The T formation made it very obvious what they were doing. And they'll have to punt this one away. So Arlington, nothing on the ground this half. And St. Louis will have a chance here. The punt fielded at the 16-yard line. Pearson down to the 23. And that's where the Battlehawks will take over, as we got ourselves a ball game, folks. For right now, what would be the final spot in the XFL Conference playoffs. All right. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel. Arlington on the ground, struggling today. Last game averaged 3.2 yards per carry against Birmingham. They were fine the first 2 games on the ground. Today, not so much. They went to the Browns, kick off the second round. Ooh, I could see that. I think he's going round 2. I'd be stunned if he goes round 1. I hope at the very least that Milrose stays in Green Bay for round 2, because he's not going to get chosen round 1. I hope he stays for the second day of the draft. Feel bad for, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I didn't feel bad for you during the sweep, but this is rough. And Marty loses. To be fair, that was McCree. To be fair, McCree, he doesn't fumble the ball, they win that game. Oh, bad play by the first baseman. Let's go. Perdomo's on board. Oh, boy, let's go. E3. Let's go. All right. So far, looking good for the D-backs. Give a stump to the pain, yep. Oh, baseball, that's every single day. Football, at least, it's once a week. Send off to LT, takes half the clock. Yep. You would think. Who wins first? Jags, High Point, or D-backs? Well, High Point is never, if you're talking like, High Point will never win the NCAA tournament. I mean, if they do, it'd be a miracle. High Point, I would be flabbergasted if they ever won the NCAA tournament. If that's what I mean. Hand up the middle of Sailors, down to the 27. Like, I don't think that's possible. It would take a Cinderella run of all Cinderella runs to do it. I don't think it's possible. Jags or D-backs? I think that the D-backs right now are in a pretty good spot. I would say D-backs win first. They want to win first, I remember. They shop Davis Mills after the rep. I don't see that happening. Unless they're not going to re-sign him. Mills is a quality backup. You know what you're getting. You know what you're getting in Mills. I think he's the best backup in football. I wouldn't shop him around unless you get like a crazy return. To the bottom of the screen. Jet sweep pass to Pearson. Pearson to the 30, breaks the tackle to the 35 and down to 37. Ball comes out, but goes out of bounds. Gene Harris, gain of 10, first down. Under 9 to go in the third quarter. Ball to 37. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Again, we're going to be live later tonight for the Houston-Birmingham game. We're going to be live for GeoGuessr after this. Dad, D-back 7? No, he is not. No, I became a fan when I moved out to Arizona. Have up the middle. He's a New York fan. For the 39-yard line, gain of 2 on the run. To Sailors. Steelers trading for Mills. Yeah, I don't think Texas is going to move on from him. He fits the offense well. He's a solid quarterback. Meanwhile, we have some extracurricular activity afterwards. There's a flag on the play as a result. There's a flag on the play that came out after the play. There was a little bit of pushing and shoving. Personal foul on the offense. All right, get that one on Jared Jones-Smith. Going to call for a few penalties this season. Back it up 15 yards. Make it 2nd and 23. Jones with, yeah, that's the shove. That's the extra shove in the back. Can't do that. Shove Damani Bledsoe. This game is getting chippy. Any ejections? I'm not sure. Not with that. But this game is getting chippy. 2nd and long now. Last thing you want to do with your backup quarterback in there is push him further back. Duggan. Pressure. Going to take off and run to the 30-yard line. They've got some of the yardage back. 3rd and 17. Guys throwing him for $10 last night. Nice. Nice. Well, D-backs up 1-0 runners on 1st and 2nd. Nobody out. Flag on this play. Personal foul. Unnecessary reference on the defense this time, so move it up 15 yards and a first down. Talking about a bailout there. Taco Charlton had a sack earlier, getting called for unnecessary roughness here. Let's see what happened. Didn't see it at first. Still don't see it. There's no replay. Don't know why he got called for it, but either way, first down for St. Louis at the 44. Let's go, Jacob. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Excited for Stanley Cup to start tonight. Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Duggan. So just roll out. He's going to set the edge to the 50. He'll get out of bounds to the 48-yard line. Forced out by Harris. In Arlington territory. So after a personal foul on Taco Charlton, they keep the drive alive and brings up 2nd and 2. Let's give one on ABC if you want to watch. Duggan. With Sutherland as a blocker. Yep, starting for basketball and hockey. Busy day. That one, Sailors loses a yard. Thrown down immediately, trying to go to the side. Brings up 3rd and 4. 7 minutes to go in the quarter. Stripes start inside their own 20. We did not go. Wow, this ump is a very different definition of a check swing than I think any other ump. So he did not go on that. Third and 4. At the top is Darby. Duggan. Pod collapses. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Too high. Was looking there for Gary Jennings. Was hit as he delivered that ball. The third down passing has not been great today for the Battlehawks. A lot of sacks. A lot of pressure. Jawan Bushell-Beatty getting destroyed on that one. Oh, that was back then when only 4 teams made it. 87 was not good enough back then. Today probably would be good enough. 6.5 to go. Hallfrichter on to punt. They're not going to go for it from the 50. They will not go for it from the 50. They're going to punt this one away, try and pin them deep. St. Louis defense playing well today. Again, 8 of the points they allowed were on a scoop and score. So St. Louis defense held them to 8 on their own accord. Punt down to the 10. 40-yard punt. Arlington will take over when we get back with 6:06 to go. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Really does. We have a new video that just dropped. If you haven't seen it, go click that link above. It is about a draft pick that literally never heard of football before. It didn't work out at all. Pacers up by 24. I turned that game off. Two 2-1 to Thomas. Upstairs 3-1. All right, come on, get on board. Keep the line moving. All right, 3-1 to Thomas. Come on. We're at commercial break right now. Oh, in there for a strike. Okay. At least runners will go here. At least runners will go. 3-2. Yeah, it does feel fitting. That does feel fitting, oddly enough. That ChatGPT who I am, I'm guessing they have no idea. Knowing what I know about ChatGPT, I'm guessing they have no idea. Thomas strikes out. Man, D-backs leave 2-1. Oh, we got a 1-0 lead. All right. Good start, but could have been worse. Get the first 3 guys on. Can't do anything with it. All right. Up 1-0. Up 1-0. So I got to look at it. Up 1-0 for 1. You would have taken that. Corbin Carroll's playing at a Corbin Carroll level. They do? Really? I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised they know. I wouldn't think they do. I would not think they did. So at Albuquerque? Ooh, man. Try something here. You can punch out of bounds in this league. They do not like that. So we'll see where they spot this. Again, there is a... So we have the 10-yard line. I would sacrifice anything for a Jaguars Super Bowl. I would sacrifice anything for a Jaguars Super Bowl. So, I would rather have D-backs are the worst team in the league. And that happened. First down. Perez fires to his tight end. It's Green making the grab. And Green's got green space ahead of him to the 35-yard line. Seth Green. Thrown out by Peyton Jones. Gain of 25 on the first play of the drive. It's a first down on the tight end screen. Yeah, 92 or 93 to make it, yeah. First down, we have a stoppage here. Looks like an injured player, and it is Chris Payton-Jones who made the tackle. He also, I would do it. I would do it for sure. Another positive change, yep. Yeah, walks lead off, man. Fantastic. As Chris Payton-Jones is jogging on the sideline, which is good to see. So looks like he will be okay. Just shaking up a little bit after that tackle he made. First down, the 35-yard line for the 25-yard tight end screen to Seth Green. For Green, just his 4th catch of the season, his longest catch of the year. Had 25 yards in the season before that play. 25 right there. Perez looking down the sideline. One-on-one coverage. Incomplete back shoulder throw. Wants a flag. Isaiah Winstead's not going to get it. 80-08. Phillies. Ooh. I would take 08. I would take 08. Do the opposite. Have the Marlins win Jags worse? Yep. I get that too because the Jags are already one of the worst. So, it's, like for you, it's like you see one of your teams do well. You're guaranteed to see one of your teams do well. Sign me up. I get that. One of the top, two at the bottom. Second down. Perez hands it off up the middle. Nothing doing. Thrown down behind the line by Austin. 3rd and 10, maybe 3rd and 11. So windy day right now in Arlington. You can see the wind blowing on the Texas flag. Third and 10. I got to the 45-yard line. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez stepping up. He's going to fire on the run on 1 foot, incomplete. Miles Sims on the coverage. He was hit on the throw, and there was a flag afterwards for a late hit. Personal foul, roughing the passer. So the Cubs have tied the game at 1 with a runner on 3rd. I don't think anyone knows how to... I think it's so windy there. No one knows how to play the ball in the outfield. And they get the push on Freedom, I believe. And that will keep the drive alive. So a dumb penalty there by St. Louis. And ball will be at midfield. How windy is it in Chicago? Because Corbin Carroll had no idea where that ball was. This game is getting really chippy, really sloppy. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hunter in the backfield. They give to Hunter up the middle. And he'll go down to the 47. Haven't seen any big runs today by either side. Runs for Marlins going 0. I would go 0 on that one too. 2nd and 7. 4 minutes to go. And it was the extension of the arm by Austin. After the ball was released. Well after it was released. Just a dumb penalty there. The play was already done. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Motioning as Hunter. Perez takes a snap. They send 4. Slam pass intercepted! Intercepted! He's got daylight! Willie Harvey! Willie! To the end zone! There are no flags on the field! It's a pick 6 for the Battlehawks! And they are now down by just 1! Willie Harvey read the slam pass all the way. And the Battlehawks are a point away from tying this up. Jumped in front of that ball, was looking for Winstead. Didn't see Harvey, one of the best linebackers in the league. And St. Louis down 16-3 at one point. See if I would be proud of that play. A chance here. They're going to go for 1. 4th and 2 from your own 42 with 3:55 to 3 to about 7 by 5. What do I do? I'm going for it. I'm going for it there. I'm going. The 1-point try. Duggan hands it off. Sailor's second effort. Did he get in? He did not. He is short. So Renegades will still lead, but their lead is dwindled down to 1. As this is now anyone's game. That video today really could have been the jaw dropper. It was not. You'll know the jaw dropper. It's coming tomorrow. The jaw dropper is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the jaw dropper. You'll know it. Fourth and 5, 39. No. That one I'm not. That one I punt away. 4th and 2, though, I'm doing it. That's the story today, Phil. Yeah. There are some crazy stories from the draft. Like, weird draft history from, like, back in the day is crazy. It really is fun. Because everyone scored 0? Yep, not surprised. Oh, that's going to be a base hit for the Cubs. Jeez, we got bad Gallon today. Fantastic. Oh, boy. Another first inning catastrophe for the D-backs, pitching-wise today. Kickoff fielded at the 10-yard line, taken to the 25. Both teams have scored a defensive touchdown today, to the 29. Arlington ball at the 29-yard line. Just a 1-point game now as Perez, one of his first bad throws of the day. It's funny, the personal foul, roughing the passer on Austin. If he didn't do that, it would have ended the drive. Would have ended the drive. Actually benefited him at the end of the day. Oh, why would you throw to second on that? Oh, my goodness. What is McCarthy doing in left? Is that Jackson? Yes, he is. What did I try? Oh, the Chocolate River. I try the Chocolate River. God. That's another defensive gift. That should have been just... Why is McCarthy throwing a second? First down. Play action. Perez steps up. Pump fake. Fires to the line of scrimmage. Caught by Ballage to the 35. Ballage down to the 37. Brought down by Callahan O'Reilly. Brings up 2nd and 2. Two at the top, two at the bottom. Was there some movement before? There was not. No flag. St. Louis wanted one. Not going to get. It doesn't matter because he's balled up behind the line for a loss of 2. Ballage, nothing doing there. This St. Louis defense has come to play this quarter. They got a 4th down stop. They've gotten some run stuffs on 2nd and 3rd down. They got a pick 6. This St. Louis defense is keeping them in this game. 3rd and 3. I feel bad. You know, I made him a Jaguars fan, basically. Third and 3. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hunter motions. Perez. Out route caught, first down. Tyler Vaughns makes a man miss, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Tyler Vaughn, the man who scored the touchdown earlier that was wiped off because of a holding penalty. Gain of 10. First down with 90 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Yes, that was hype. That was hype. Play action. Perez checks it down to his back. It's caught by Hunter. Hunter will break a tackle, breaks a second, and he'll be in plus territory at the 42-yard line. Pushed out of bounds there by Miles Jones. At the 43. Game at 12. It's a good job there with Perez going to his back, checking it down. It's a funny game. It's a funny game. It's a game you usually win. First down, ball at the 43. Two to the top, two to the bottom. Green motions as a blocker. Once again, play action. Perez going to fire in the flat. That ball is caught. Winstead breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He'll break a second, sidestepping down to the 32-yard line. Will they give him the first? I think they will. Or they're going to be just shy. Just shy. 2nd and 1 to 33. When we get back, it is a 1-point game. Actually, they're going to call a play. They're going to call a play here. They're going to try to at least. They line up 5 seconds to go. 3, they're not going to call anything. We go to the 4th quarter. It's been a fun one. It's been a close one. Battle of 2-2-1 teams. Looking for 2nd place in the XFL conference. We go to the 4th. 16-15 with the Renegades driving. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out a ton on the channel. We're doing a GeoGuessr stream after this at like 4 o'clock Eastern. Just something to keep in mind. Just stretching the back. All right. All right, it's 2-1 D-backs after the first. Seems like it's going to be another wild game. This is a whole third. This was a good one. St. Louis got a pick 6. It's a 1-point game. Got a pick 6. They got a 4th down stop. The defense is keeping them in this game. The offense has done nothing. The defense is keeping them in this game right now. The defense gave them 9 points this quarter because they got a 4th down stop at the 30-yard line. Arlington went for it at their own 30. Didn't get it. And then St. Louis got a pick 6. So, defense is doing very well. Is it a Philly score? It's around like a 1 out. I'm going to say yes. Yep, they scored. Wow. St. Louis runs on a less than kicker field goal by Blankenship. I can see that. I can see that. All right, we go to the 4th. 2nd and 1 for the Renegades. Anita gifting 10. Oh, who's got these? Which game do you want? Which game? Brian, Patrick, Spencer, the Golden Fool, Levinoxious, Bones, Generic Ballman, Eric Finch, Edward Hahn, Rico the Official. As members, you get a lot of cool perks. Your name of the Age video, members only Q&A streams, and emojis in the chat. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call for. Appreciate you a ton, as always. Spice up with the Cardinals. Ooh, happy early Easter. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Happy early Easter. Let's go. Cardinals in the lead. Cards in the lead. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 33-yard line. Perez hands it off. Bounces outside. Nice job there by Hunter. Bouncing off his own lineman to get to the 28-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 5. First down. I will be back in, what, 2 days? 3 days at this point? Should I have the gifted sub? Didn't know I'm not watching it. Yes, you can. It's completely randomized. Completely random. Renegades offense isn't good. Yeah, no, Perez has been... I mean, the running game's not been great, and Perez... He has his moments where he looks like the best quarterback, but he definitely has his moments of just brain farts. 1st and 10. They're going to try a reverse here to Payton. Payton, he's got a lead blocker. He's got a few lead blockers to the 10. And out of bounds to the 5. Javonte Payton. They get Green out as the lead blocker. They get 23. 1st and goal. And if you just got gifted a membership, you get a lot of cool perks. You get emojis in the chat. You got to use the teams playing. You get your name at the end of each video. Members only Q&A stream, which the next one, swing and a miss there. 3-2 to Gabby Moreno. The next one, by the way, will be... Ooh. I got to think about that one. I think it's going to be the 29th. There will be the 29th? I'm not sure about the 29th. Handoff here. In the end zone, touchdown. Hunter breaks a few tackles. Hunter on the hunt for 6. A much-needed answer there by the Renegades after the pick 6. Hunter, his first rushing touchdown this season, and it is 21-15. (22-15) Renegades. They lead by 7. You figure they're going to go for 2 here, try to make it a 9-point game. They will go for 2. Oh, no, it's justified for sure. With how bad they're playing? Yeah. No, they're not going to go for 3. Perez. In the flat, dropped. Would have been short of the 6 anyway, so Seth Green cannot get it. It's a 7-point game. But the Renegades... Alright, that's why then. That's why I could say. That's why. 22-15 your score when we get back. Your next member's only Q&A stream. Let me think. Next stream. Because the D-backs... Okay, the next members only stream will be... Ooh. It's going to be Wednesday. I think it's going to be Wednesday the 30th. I think members only week. I don't think we can do Tuesday the 29th. UFL yesterday, Michigan. Michigan beat Memphis. Jaw drop is tomorrow. Jaw drop it is tomorrow. Yeah, the members only stream this month will be on a Wednesday, April 30th. It will not be the 29th because D-backs Mets is at 4 or 7 o'clock. And I have to do some before that, so it would be... It would be 2... or actually, wait, no. No, we're going to do 29th. We're going to do 29th. We can't do 29th on that. 6 o'clock. 29th. We're doing 29th. Yeah, I guess I forgot they canceled that day, so we're good. With that tomorrow, I have no idea. No idea. So members only stream is the 29th at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then we'll do the D-backs game immediately after that. We'll actually start at 5:45. Let's hang out, play some Jackbox games. Oh, come on, stay fair, stay fair. No, well, that's not even close. All right. Membership runs out. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Game support. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Both teams have a defensive touchdown. It's been back and forth. Easter egg hunt? Not doing Easter egg hunt. Nope. Not doing Easter egg hunt. For the 29th, I have not decided yet. Not decided yet on the schedule. Post-draft. All I know is D-backs games, road games, and members-only stream. And the UFL, obviously. I have not decided yet what the schedule's going to be. So, yeah, it's flight-wise and all that stuff. The helmets is the X40 Star Cut. Ooh. My 900 helmets. Scatter them all around the place. Yep. Amen with that, Swartstock. Kickoff return to the 25-30. Outside. Can he break the shoestring? He cannot. Great tackle there by Stephen Jones. Flag on the play. I think it was going to come back anyways. See what the call is here. Yeah, we're doing 11:05 on Monday. Yes, we are. Holding on the return anyways. Yeah, the game plan, it's tentative, but we should be doing Red Sox, White Sox that day. I'll see how my body feels, but we should be okay. We should be good to do that day. I want to take the helmet instead of getting cheap. I mean, relatively. I mean, it took like 2 years of collecting. I mean, some of the helmets I had since like 2006, but like in terms of like when I started actually collecting, it took about 2 years to get them all. Handoff here, Sailors to the 23-yard line. Called a gain of 5. So I mean, I bid on eBay for them, so a lot of them I did get relatively cheap, like 20 bucks. I didn't pay like full price for them. I just did a lot of like eBay bidding on those. Some of them not so much. Some of them I had to pay a lot, but basically as soon as I made this full-time job, I basically drained a lot of my savings to build this setup. Drained a lot. 2nd and 5, on the top, 2 at the bottom. Play action. Pump fake here by Duggan on the wide receiver screen. Nothing's open, and he will go down for the 5th time today at the 18-yard line. Miles Dorn. And St. Louis will have miles to go on this play after a loss of 7. You know, I got some good deals on it. But I've got like, I want to say like 1,000 helmets at this point. Most of them are autographed. The UFL ones are not, but the NFL ones I've got are autographed. Mr. Mebit, yes I am. I am. 3rd down at the 18-yard line. Duggan cannot stay upright. Struggling today as a passer. Empty backfield. Duggan, QB draw. He will bounce off 1 tackle. Can't bounce off the 2nd. Nice tackle there by Harris. By the legs at the 20-yard line. 4th and 8. They'll be forced to punt it away. Duggan cannot get anything going today since replacing Wilkins due to the injury. And some serious question marks for St. Louis going forward if Wilkins cannot go. If that's a season-ending injury. Did not look good when he got hurt on the opening drive. The punt here, fair catch at the 39-yard line. That's where Arlington will take over, needing 3 points to make it a 2-score game. 41-yard punt by Hofrichter, no return. Arlington ball when we get back. My son was being fussy, so I put him on a little chair that vibrates and plays music, and now he's calm. Oh, that's awesome. Sometimes that's all you need. Just a little bit of music. Just a little bit of music's all you need. It's a good way of calming you. Worst take? Oh, by far was the, it was by far the Jimmy Clausen take. the Jimmy Clausen take. That was a disaster. Handoff here down to the 41, gain of 2. The social gifting. Oh, man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Roger, feel my hate or one if I'm boring? Feel my hate. I'd rather feel emotion than feel nothing. That's how I feel. I'd rather feel emotion than feel nothing. Yeah, who the hell smoked pepper anyway? Yep. As Capitals, I think it's a solid prediction. I think it's solid. Makes some ham fried rice. Nice. Second 7, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez, pump fakes, now delivers. It's caught by Lawan Washington. Or Winningham, I should say. Lawan Winningham. His first grab of the day. Down to the 45. The one who Kuiper predicted to be a first round that fell to 8th round. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I forgot the guy I did a video on. Yeah, the guy I did a video on. Oh, man. I did so many videos, I forget some of the ones I did on. Yeah, that was pretty bad on his end. In membership gifting, though, you have to be, you don't have to be in the chat to do it. It's completely random. Just to be subbed. NHL Finals prediction, I've got Canes against the Jets. Perez stepping up, going to take off and run. He's got the first down. Will slide the 46-yard line. Once again in plus territory, forced to slide by Lucas Stennis. Gain of 9, and with under 10 to go, Arlington is driving. And appreciate all you guys tuning into the stream. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. Trying to grow this community even more. We stream all the games here. Yes, was it Butterfield? Might have been Butterfield. Maybe Butterfield was the name. 1st and 10. Motioning is Payton. They fake the jet sweep. They fake the handoff. They go in the flat. A lot of movement and motion on that one, but St. Louis not fooled. Sal Cannella will lose a yard. He was not even the worst second-round quarterback draft of the 2010s. Well, Hackenberg was the worst, by virtue of never playing. As for the Cup, yeah, absolutely, Ken. Absolutely. You know, Hackenberg was the worst. I think Kaiser was the second worst. Clausen's third. Everybody get 10K. Let's go, baby. It's doing well. It's doing well. I haven't had it like that in a while, which is good. If I do that more consistently, we're cooking. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez, they send 4. Looking sideline, out route, broken up, incomplete. Looking for Vaughns and broken up on the play by Whiteside. Haven't heard his name a lot this season. Mike Pulaski. Yes, that was the guy. I think Butterfield was the guy that ESPN showed getting drafted when he didn't get drafted. I think that was him. Avs versus Florida. Yeah, I could see that too. Really, Florida, Carolina. There's a lot of teams. Toronto, like, really, anyone outside Montreal I could really see making a run in the East. 3rd and 11. Pressured. Perez scrambles. He will be sacked on the play, pushed down at the 46-yard line. Chris Garnett. 4th and 18. Will he give it a bit of a pass? I'm not. He had quite a few chances and just blew it. I'm not willing to give him a pass. He was so bad. Those ones fixing never made any sense at the time. And it looks even worse in hindsight. 4th down. Gonna punt it away with 8 minutes to go in the contest. King gets it off quickly. Fielded, no fair catch at the 15. Pearson. Or excuse me, Blake Jackson. Back there return, not Pearson for this one. Called a gain of 8 on the return to the 23-yard line. First and 10 for the Battlehawks. Yeah, they can all make it to the final. They all can. Absolutely. No, so now it's bad. It's bad. I figure this was a game 2 against Walker. Alright, if you like what you see, folks, again, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps us out on the channel. Kaiser, do you have the Browns was terrible? Yeah, Bowser's uniforms. Yep, you're right on that. Don't sleep on the Devils. Yeah, Amber's releasing pretty well. That is good. He's found a second life at least. He also played in the he played in the AAF. He was terrible there. So that's why I'm not like, it's like it was not out of his control. I'm like, he was terrible even when he played. How's it going, Lou? Welcome on chat. 9-1. I didn't realize it was that bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. Yeah, I still agree with you that Kaiser was worse. I would still agree with you. Devils win the cup? Oh, I can't see that now. Devils and Canadians are the two. I cannot see. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Or at least Amber didn't say Tom Brady's brain came into his body. That is true. Amber seemed like a pretty level-headed quarterback. You can't say the same for Clausen. Can't say the same for Kaiser. Will we score again? I would say no on that. I'm going to guess no. Right, no. Kaiser was worse than Clausen. We're just saying a lot because Clausen was really bad, but Kaiser was the worst. You know, Kaiser said that. Kaiser said that. Kaiser, the Marcus Russell second picks, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, Vegas, I mean, they're one of the favorites. I have Vegas going to the conference finals. All right, ball the 25-yard line after the punt. 7:47 to go. St. Louis ball. Wonder how many more chances they'll have to do anything. Reverse play here. This will go to Jennings. Breaks one tackle and brought out of bounds to the 28-yard line. Thrown out there by Stephen Jones. Guys, ready to CT before AP. Made sure like marginal flashes. Kaiser never showed anything, which I'm not surprised by. I was never high on Kaiser. I was like, what are you doing? The NC State game was like, you got to be kidding me. This guy is not draftable. Two at the top, two at the bottom. Like worse than Clay. Yes. Amazingly, yes. Pierce at the top of the screen. The gift to Howard. And he'll go down the 30-yard line. Only two on that one. Will Clark. Nice tackle. Down by the knees. Guarantee that what's happening. I could see it. Or a strikeout ground out. I'm going to go strikeout ground out. 3rd and 5. Two at the top, two at the bottom. Motioning to the top of the screen is Darby. Duggan takes a snap. They send 5. Looking. Tipped at the line. Incomplete. Ajeen Harris tips the ball. Was intended for Gary Jennings to the sideline. Yeah, second pick for close for 7th round. Yep, you're right on that one. Ball's tipped at the line. They pick it through the what? Yes. Power Live is out. Oh, the D-backs are now down 5-1. Yeah, this one's over. I deal with it for a little bit before it doesn't running, so I hope I won't. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, because that would be rough. A lot of groceries going to waste. 4th and 5. It's a quick 3 and out. This St. Louis up to nothing since Duggan came in. Oh, Griffin Conine. Ooh, all right. 4th and 5. Field at the 15-yard line. Taking to the 25. Cuts to the 30. And down to the 35-yard line. Return there by Price. Gain of 20 on the return. 35 yards of net. Arlington ball. 6 minutes to go. So they look to bounce back from that loss against Birmingham. Both teams coming off losses last week. Arlington to Birmingham, St. Louis to DC. Arlington, this is a rough stretch for them. St. Louis twice, DC twice, and Michigan on a 5-game stretch. And you get this one, that'd be big. So they go into the gauntlet of their schedule. Handoff here, call it a gain at 2. Their clock runs on everything before the 2-minute warning. Second and 9. One at the top, 2 at the bottom. Winstead motions closer to the line. Perez looks, curl route. That ball is incomplete. Broken up in the play by Lucas Dennis. UFL next Friday game is going to be with a draft. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. The ratings will be 500,000. It will be so bad. And rightfully so. I'm not sure how many people love the UFL that don't like the NFL. And when it's Memphis playing, and Memphis plays crap football, I mean, they're screwed. It's going to be really bad. 3rd and 9. Stepping up Perez. He'll get sacked. PETA on the sack. St. Louis defense does its job. It's a loss of 7. And the sack by number 7. How's it going, Anthony? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. You know, the ratings are going to be really bad. It's going to be 500K just because it's over the air. You could put anything on in prime time on over the air. You'll get 500,000. Did you pull a lot? I think, yeah. Especially with, like, quarterbacks like Milrow. I think people are going to look to see where Milrow goes. Yeah, day 2 pulls a good amount. What do they usually get? To the 35, Pearson to the 40. Pearson cuts upfield to the 46-yard line. Not a great punt there. And just 24 yards of net. Yeah, air drafted at the same time. Unironically, you probably would. Ironically, you actually might. St. Louis ball their own 46. Ooh, 9-4. All right. Okay, the ratings for last year, day 2. Yeah, 6 million. About 6 million people. So, Duggan fires on the run across his body. It's caught. His best throw of the day to the 35-yard line. But then Paper got a 0 to 5% with C in the class so long we're fighting. As long as you graduate. As long as you graduate. Just get out of that hellhole. Get out of that school. First down the 35. You need us more local market? Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. In the pistol, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The toss play here, Sailors. We'll get down to the 31. Brought down by Price. Is it more than an average NBA Finals game? No, but the day 1 does. Yes, day 1 was more than average Finals game. Average Finals game is about like 10 million. Yeah, I think the local investment's going to come soon. We're seeing more local investment in Michigan, and you're seeing the results. They're getting 10,000 a game. It's improved a lot compared to previous years. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 2nd and 7. The give to Sailors. On the sweep. He'll get down to the 25. Brought down by Miles Dorn. I think Donald Payne as well. 3rd and 2. 2.5 to go. Arlington has been on the wrong side of so many fourth quarter collapses over the last 2 seasons. No, today was not the crazy story. Today was not the crazy story. Trust me, you'll know it. You'll know when you see it. It's one of those where it's like, wait, what? Renegades call timeout. Show it's through Memphis to make a football team again. I'm going to say fiction on that, but it's not looking likely. One good thing out of school is that my girlfriend got published. That's good at least, but yeah, it seems like you didn't get a lot out of the education experience, which is a bummer. Seems like her teachers are really not that good. Keelan Clark just vibing to the Pacers game. Yeah, I think the whole Pacers crowd right now is a vibe with how they're playing against the Bucks. Right, Oakland and San Diego should get teams, absolutely. They would rally behind those teams tremendously. You know, the story tomorrow, you're going to know. As soon as you see the thumbnail and the title, you're going to know. It's one of those you don't have to watch the video to know it's crazy. It's like, oh, this is like really crazy. Right, Michigan Seattle's former ticket record? Yeah, he's doing a good job. Doing a very good job. Michigan is killing it. Like, Michigan went from, okay, I don't know, like, this market's not making any sense. QB draw, QB power, first down at the 16-yard line. Michigan went from Ford Field was empty the first year that the USFL played there in 23 to, okay, this place gets crowds. I mean, to get 10,000 for the first 3 games. And yesterday on Good Friday and against the Tigers at the same time, I mean, they pulled numbers. Hand off to the outside. Now cutting inside his Sailors. Down to the 10. 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go. San Diego, Portland, Omaha, Oakland. 4-team expansion. I think Louisville and Austin should be on there, too. Well, Austin saves a lot of money. It's going to drive to all the games. Louisville, they have a stadium. They could absolutely do it. Vlog remade rough? Yep, that's the plan. That's the plan. All right, guys, if you like what you see, guys, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps out on the channel. Okay, the emojis in shares for Father One teams. And again, we are doing GeoGuessr. I'd probably say around 4 o'clock Eastern time. Maybe 4:30. We'll see. We will see on that. St. Louis driving Max Duggan in a quarterback. Can he pull off some magic? Can we see an overtime game potentially? Do you go for 2 if you're St. Louis and you get this? And honestly, with the way St. Louis's defense is playing, Southampton's done nothing. It's not a biggie. No, I don't think so. I don't think, because it's a big enough state where it could do 4. Fantastic Four, I have not seen the trailer. I have not seen it. All right, 2nd and 4 when we get back. Ball at the 10-yard line. Arlington led 16-3 at one point. Actually led 22-3 at one point before a touchdown got taken off the board with a super challenge. Super challenge saved this game for the Battlehawks. They got a holding penalty called against Arlington. Negated a touchdown. Either way, Arlington was up by double figures at the half. St. Louis's defense has been sensational today. Watch my movie and review it. Oh, boy. Fine. We'll do a goal. We'll do a goal. Screw it. There we go. Screw it. Why not? How's it going, J. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate it, tuning in as always. We got a good one here. 22-15. St. Louis in the red zone. 2nd and 4. They got all their timeouts. Just one was great, everything else was not. I don't know, the movie looked like a cinematic masterpiece. Really did. There's no more powerful line in cinema than "I am Steve." The greatest line ever uttered on the silver screen. All right, 2nd and 4. Again, this game started off terribly for the Battlehawks. Manny Wilkins fumbled on the first drive, was a scoop and score, and he got injured on the play, non-contact. Max Duggins from the quarterback the rest of the way. 2nd and 4. Here we go. 2 at the top. 1 at the bottom. Sutherland acting as a blocker. Off the line. Sailors in the backfield. Duggan will take the snap. He'll give it to Sailors. Sailors will bowl ahead to the 7. How's it going, Joe? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Now, how do you play this if you're St. Louis? Do you play like this is the last drive? So Minecraft, 2 hours of my life I'll never get back? It was that bad? Did your theater go nuts at least? Did your theater act insane, or did you not get caught up in the craze? It could be good if it was animated. It was not. Yep. Well, St. Louis take their time here and play for the 2-point conversion. And play for the end of the game. Sailors, he'll get the first down to the 5. 1st and goal. Again, how do you do this if you're St. Louis? Do you burn clock? Do you burn as much clock as possible? And then conversely, if you're Arlington, how do you play this? In a normal world, if this was the NFL, I'd be saying for Arlington right now, you take your timeouts. Absolutely take your timeouts for Arlington. But considering the way that the UFL is structured, where 1 points are not automatic, 1-point conversions are not automatic, you got 4th and 12 situations. They're not onside kick. Charlie Thomas injured for the Renegades meanwhile. I don't know how you play this. You can go either way here. It's a lot more strategy with the 4th and 12 and the conversion rule than the NFL in this spot. I'd be selling for Arlington to take their timeout. So they do take a timeout here. They had to because of injury with Charlie Thomas getting hurt. Only entertaining part of the movie was when I stepped to noisy teenagers behind me to tell people to show me movie theaters. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. People should not be doing that in theaters. Why should they take timeouts? Well, the idea is that, well, in the NFL, the idea is that there's a finite end to the drive. And if St. Louis scores, you want time to get the ball back and do something yourself. 1st and goal. Handoff. Sailors. Gain of 1. Yeah, twice win by a lot. Yep, that's twice. Clock is running. I think St. Louis is going to play this out. St. Louis is going to play for the final drive. You hopefully Pirates Guardians is half as good as the D-backs Cubs game yesterday. Yeah, that'll be. We'll see. We'll see. Empty backfield. Duggan. 2 at the bottom. He's going to roll out. Running out of room. Trying to set the edge. Hurdles. We'll get nothing on the play. Brought down by Jaden Price. They are playing for 1. You figure with this strategy, there's no way St. Louis does not go for 2 if they score. There's no way they don't if they score. I feel like St. Louis just called timeout because I think it would have to at this point. You know, Cubs D-backs was a game of the year last time. Timeout St. Louis at 36 seconds. Now that, I would have called the timeout with 20, not 36, because you're clearly playing for 1. I think this is way too early to call a timeout. I think if you're St. Louis, this has to be a best of, you're trying to do best of both worlds scenario. Either you go quick or you take your time and you play like this is the final possession. But if I'm St. Louis, I don't call it with 36. If I'm St. Louis, I would have called that with about 20. Because you made it clear you're playing for 1. So I would have called it with 20. Because right now, if you score and then you obviously right now, if you don't get the 4th and 12, if you don't get the conversion, you're not getting the ball back. Because you called a timeout. If you do get it, you're not really thinking like that. If Arlington gets the ball back, they have time to score if they score on this play. Duggins, end zone, tipped, incomplete. Looking for Jennings, 33 seconds. 4th and goal, this is the ball game. This is the game. Arlington has been on the wrong side of heartbreak so many times over the last 2 seasons. Last week allowed that game-winning drive to Birmingham with under 2 to go. Arlington has led this one wire to wire. What do they add to the movie? Probably nothing. Probably just star power for the parents. I don't know. 4th and goal. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Duggan. They send 4. Slam pass. Broken up. Intercepted. Harris. He could go the other way. Ajane Harris. Pick 6. The overheads. Arlington's going to win this thing. Pick 6 for the Renegades. Oh, that is a bad beat if I've ever seen one. For the 2nd time today, Arlington gets an offensive touchdown. They'll go to 3-1. Pick 6 to the house. The Renegades remain unbeaten on their home field. They are 3-0, playing in Arlington. And it's Ajane Harris. The slam pass to Jennings, it's behind him. And that is important to some. The fact that he scored. The fact that a pick was a game over. It's ball game. The Renegades will go to 3-1. They are now 2nd in the XFL conference. Behind the DC Defenders, the only undefeated team in the league at 3-0. Speaking of which, next week, Arlington, DC. I wish I was doing that game. I cannot. I'm flying back on that day. I'm flying back. I wish I could do Arlington, DC. That's going to be such a good game. But you know what? They got a super challenge. Hang on a second. Hang on. Becht has a super challenge. Hang on a second. Timeout. Becht has a super challenge. You might as well use it. See if there's PI on the play. You might as well use it to see if there's pass interference. You have nothing to lose. St. Louis is going to challenge this play to see if there's pass interference. It's worth a shot. You have nothing to lose. Was there anything there holding at the top of the route? Potentially was Pearson being held on the play. This is the super chat. I'm sure 200 people would love to hear me on the plane. Yep. I'm sure that's totally allowed. And totally the Wi-Fi would work perfectly. Was there contact before the ball got to Jennings? I don't think there was. I don't think you could overturn this. Arlington's already had 1 touchdown wiped off the board with the super challenge today. After review, and you have nothing to lose with this. You have nothing to lose. I've never seen deadfall. No PI. They lose their timeout. Again, you had nothing to lose. You had nothing to lose. You might as well. It's part of the rules. You might as well try it with the super challenge. Had nothing to lose. All right, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. The over is hit. Gabriel said he wanted to bet the under. Man. Well, offside on St. Louis. Encroachment, so move it up to the 2-yard line. They'll still go for 2. Bad beat City. Bad beat City right there. Slam pass back in the end zone. Got it. Hayden. That's their 3rd 2-point conversion of the day. 30-15 your score. There are 15 seconds left in this one. That's a brutal beat. That is a brutal beat in so many ways. he went down, all you have to do is go down. I get why you don't in that spot. I completely get why you don't go down in that spot. Because you're going to win the game. Might as well go to the house. I get it. Man. If it was 16-15, you go down. 16-15 before that, you go down. But 22-15, you're going to make it 2-score and 50 seconds left. Yeah, I'm fine with trying to score there. I'm fine with that. 16-15, no way am I scoring there. I'm going down and let him take a knee, and that's it. But 22-15, you score, you make it 28. Yeah, go to the house. Have that pick six, young man. Have that pick six. St. Louis had sound back-to-back losses by 2 scores. Sportsbooks would go nuts if that happened. Back-to-back games where they score 15 and lose by double digits. Max Sung-Hell should be sent to a league lower than the UFL. Fan-controlled football. Power's back on. Let's go. Hopefully nothing happened with the fridge. Touch back here. Out of the back of the end zone. Rollins won't score. Not surprised. $15 seconds. And they'll just take a knee. Duggan's been sacked a lot today already. Not going to take any chances. That's your ball game. The Renegades led wire to wire. The big pick by the goal line for Gene Harris at the very end takes it to the house, and Arlington wins it 30-15. And they, as things stand, have a playoff spot. 4 games into the season. They're 3-1. St. Louis drops to 2-2. 2 straight losses for them. And they will try to bounce back against Michigan next week on Saturday. Which, again, we're not doing any of the games next week because of the NFL draft. All right, before we do Jugas, let's do some overtime. Why not? All right, we'll do overtime stream. We'll do overtime. All right, so, for zone powered off for half an hour. Oh, you're fine then. You're fine. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. We are in overtime right now. Every donation increases time we're on stream. Once the clock hits 0, that's the end of the stream. You see what it takes to get into the queue. I will do anything and everything you see. We're going to do some OT. Why not? We'll do some overtime. If you've never been to a JD Lima stream before, how this works, we get a bit weird and wacky right now. Because why the heck not? Why not? We're going to get a bit weird and wacky. Your requests, I'll do them. Any chat GPTs, any videos, audios. We're talking about 3:30? Oh, yeah. Why not? Why not? The next game's not till 7. We're doing a GeoGuessr, but that doesn't take that long. We're doing that at like 4:30. So, why not? Do Lakers T-Wolves. We're doing GeoGuessr in a little bit. That's the thing. We're doing GeoGuessr in a little bit. I do want to save my voice, too. But I can't do that game. That Lakers T-Wolves starts at 8:30 Eastern Time, so that's going to go into the UFLs at the same time. So, UFLs at the same time, so can't do that. The time just doesn't work out for anything. It doesn't work out for baseball today. It doesn't work out for anything, so. Yeah. You see what it takes to get into the queue for this overtime segment. We have NJ Card Fan gifting a membership, and Michael with a tour. Michael Jensen getting gifted the membership. All right, what do you want, NJ Card Fan? What do you want, Michael? Appreciate you guys. I'll put Michael's one to a vote. I know which game NJ Card Fan wants, so I don't have to ask about that one. Appreciate you a ton. Finally a regular. Let's go. Finally a regular. All right, I'll put a poll up. Which game do you want for Michael's Reckoning Day? Yeah, St. Louis is in major trouble because Duggan's not the guy. He can't throw. He can't throw. It's that simple. He cannot throw. Mike won another 2. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're at a very nice $69, by the way. Very nice. All right, which game? Which do you? If you want me to do some NJ Card Fan, let me know. I know which game you want. I put you already on the Fiverr for that. Alright, so Reckoning Day by Megadeth. It's from 1994 album. Okay. Let's do this, and then Train of Consequences. The Battlehawks are in serious trouble. They don't have a quarterback right now. They have no quarterback. It's a problem. Will only stream playoffs instead of Celtics stream? Well, not before the draft. Might be doing a little bit afterwards. I think it sounds like a train chugging along on this one. Even though this is not Train of Consequences, but it does feel like... The vocals are very different on this song. Maybe not now. All right, we got a tour from NJ Card Fan. Appreciate you. Just give us a Rise by Glitchbump. I do not know that song. Go Battlehawks win it all. I mean, to be fair, that was with Wilkins at quarterback. That's very different. That was with Wilkins at QB. Like, that's like picking the Chiefs to win all, and then Mahomes gets hurt. Like, it's a little bit different. Battlehawks sign an undrafted quarterback after the draft. I don't think they will. No, I'm going to say fiction on that. That's something his best vocal work. He hits those high notes on the chorus like crazy. And Rise by Glitch Mob. All right, we got ChatGPT on the Mets game. Goes to and ruin a Crazy Bus concert. Yes. Should drink Wilkins coffee. Yep. Should drink Wilkins, baby. God, those commercials are so good. Get you on the Mets game. Appreciate you, Joe. Get you on the call. 5 on the Mets. We have another one. Meshuggah Mosh Pit. See the goal? Yep. You see the goal? I see it. I think we're going to hit it. Appreciate you. Okay, NJ Carfin, $7 going to Phillies Mets. You really like dueling guitars in the chorus. I like that. I love that a lot. Guys, the future guy ladder when Gus Johnson went so quickly down the sideline. These dueling guitars in this for the bridge are incredible. The dueling guitars are nuts on this. I gotta reset. Isn't that term redundant? It feels that way. Department of Durham Department. Jockey, wow, chicken jockey, unbelievable. There you go. Billis going T-Wolves Lakers. Oh, wow. At least someone's going to storm the court this game. Fair ending, I think. Yeah, fair ending. Oh, no, actually drums. Sorry. Those are heavy. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, we're starting with. Yeah, we're starting with. Okay, let's see if like drums go straight into the next song. Oh, it's one of those albums. Okay. I'm guessing the drums go straight into Train's Consequence. That's how it should be, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Here we go. Ten-4 fills? Jeez. One of those series. Maybe I should be called judge to work with courts. Wow. Am I going to be on stream? If I hit the goal? Probably, yeah. I would, yeah. Scream on the lines? God. $11-4 now? Jeez. The Vex are doing much better. They're down 6-1. They are struggling. Cup series are always rough. So. Oh, this guitar solo is sick. Two series are going to start this evening. They really should have started all four this evening. What hockey team is Mayor Sport in Phoenix right now? Not really any. I haven't seen like any like jerseys around or anything like that. I would say there's a lot of people that live out here from Chicago, so I would say probably the Blackhawks, but it's not. It's not like it's anything crazy. Hockey is a distant fourth in the Big Four. You wouldn't pick Whiteout? That's going to be so cool. Especially that arena's very intimate. Only 15,000 seats. It's an intimate arena. It's going to look cool. Score live off the floor? Really? This album was a live album? Or recorded like so it's like Purple Rain? Where it's like recorded like technically live? Holy cow. That's impressive. It sounds so well produced for that. Alright, Rise, Glitch Mob. Alright, here we go. Yeah, NHL players, they are superior. I think part of it is the... I think part of it is the, like, intensity of the games and the fact that overtime can go forever. And there's something to the idea that people like watching games that go on forever. Outside viewing part, Whiteout, nice. You Winnipeg fans are great. Yeah, a lot of bandwagon Blackhawks fans in the mid-2010s. I can see why. This feels like an Imagine Dragons song. This definitely feels like an Imagine Dragons song. You're gonna fuck with it too. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Yeah, 30 years ago today, Oklahoma City bombing. Tragic, tragic day. Dark day in American history. Dark day that never should have happened. Well, Carlos, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Let me reset the clock. Had to charge the mouse a little bit. This song needs to be some fire song. I could see it. I could definitely see this being a fighter song. Just the way it drops, the beat drop in the chorus, it's so good. The way the beat drops in the chorus like that, it definitely feels like a perfect entrance song. Even like a batter walk-up song. I could definitely see it. If I get there, should I do 100 subs special with poor camera quality and audio and video abruptly for no reason? That'd be a terrible idea. That'd be a terrible idea. Yeah, 168 people died. They bombed the federal building. Yeah, that's what happened. It's on team for playoffs. I could see that for sure. That's usually like a playoff hockey song. There should be another Canadian team playing on it. I agree with you. Yeah, poor quality camera, audio, and video abruptly for no reason. That's a trifecta. You have to do another special because you would lose so many subs from that. It's also gonna be good too. Oh, first birthday, jeez. There's so many people that lost their lives far too soon in that. Dude, for restart, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Getting ready for the draft. Finish up prospect scouting and whatnot. And yeah, I gotta finish up the scouting there and get my thoughts on stuff later on. All right, mosh pit time. What on earth is this? Is it like a temple or something? It's the calmest mosh pit I've ever seen in my life. This can't be to this actual song. This has to be just like put over it. Make clip show. That's what I should do. Yes. Prediction videos for the upcoming season for any sport. Yes, I think for NFL definitely. Let's do a clip show, flashback episode. Oh my god, this is hysterical. That fits perfectly. That fit perfectly. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. All right, ChatGPT time. We got one in the queue. Let's do it. Where we at? Pick 6 again, the longest play in UFL history? I would think so. It was in the end zone, so I would think. All right, they're going to the Crazy Bus tour. You're going to Crazy Bus. Here we go. They stand outside the concert venue. I can't believe it. Crazy Bus is real. This is the best day of my life. It's too my juice box is warm. I don't want to go anymore. I think it's gonna be too loud. I don't like loud. Ooh, Joe the tour. All right, I got you on the Phil's game. The Wakey Weevil clip. All right, Peppa collabs with friends. Oh boy. All right, get you on the call for that. Tomorrow's schedule, we are doing UFL and Celtics. I think that's the game plan. Did I listen? That's the first thing I think of. Yeah, that's so funny. That was great. So Joe the tour. Get you on the Phil's game. Appreciate you as always, man. All right. Where are we going here? About to the Cleveland game? All good, man. All good. Take care. Take care. I can't believe it. Crazy Bus is real. Best of my life. It's too hot. My juice box is warm. I don't want to go anymore. I think it's going to be too loud. I don't like loud. I demand to sit front row, and I want sparkles. Where are the sparkles? Suddenly the doors open. The crowd cheers. They all go inside. I guess it's Gerald on mission. Now they're in the hall. The lights dim. Crazy Bus. Are you ready for Crazy Bus? Oh, I can't see it. EW's in my way. That's because I'm the biggest fan, Caillou. I want to go home now. This isn't fun. It's scary. Excuse me. I'd like to speak to the band. I'm the most important person here. She's intercepted by security and kicks security guard on the shin. Fantastic. All right, Little Princess up to her entitled ways as always. Right, the first song. There's only one song that Crazy Bus plays. Here we go. Right on the Crazy Bus plays. The kids go wild. Yeah! It's too loud. Why is it so loud? This is the worst day ever. Little embarrassed now, just scared because of loud noises. I live here now. And Little Princess climbs on stage for her solo. She grabs the mic from Crazy Bus. Somehow she has evaded the security guard that she kicked in the shin. I am the princess. I'm the best. Everyone else is just like the rest. You know, it's probably a better song than the Crazy Bus song. The crowd pauses. Someone throws a glow stick at her because they want her to get off stage. It hits Caillou. He screams like a banshee. I'm guessing he would because it hurts like crazy. And then the chaos breaks out. Now I can see I'm going to turn that on after this, yeah. Somehow DW is going along with this and is fine with Crazy Bus being kicked off stage for Little Princess. DW, we're taking over! Caillou also rushes to the stage now. He's like, no more loud music, only lullabies. Little Bear wants to sit down and talk about her feelings. I want glitter confetti or I'm staging a royal tantrum. They each grab microphones that were being sold. They just rob a concession stand. They start yelling noises into the microphones. The toddlers in the audience start losing it. Meltdown at this point. The stage now is a mess because people are throwing stuff on it. The quartet is running around the stage. Crazy Bus is nowhere to be found at this point. The concert venue's on fire? Wait, what? Wait, how did that happen? Wait. How did we get from Little Princess rushes the stage to the arena's on fire? How on earth? How did we get to that point? The parents pick up their children. So wait, the parents didn't even go to the concert with them? They just let their 4-year-olds go to the concert unsupervised? There's like no good role models in this story. There's not a single person that's doing their job. No parent should leave their 4-year-old unattended at a concert venue. Like, there are very few places you leave your 4-year-old alone. Or, like, you don't take your 4-year-old with, like a preschool. You're being under the supervision of a teacher. Or, like, a daycare. You don't leave your 4-year-old at a concert venue by themselves. So I don't know how that's a thing. Must have been to pick up their gremlins to escape the fire? Alright, at least no one's dead in this. DW, that was epic. I didn't even get cotton candy. I just wanted quiet. You wanted quiet. You rushed the stage. You didn't want quiet. Little Princess, next time I want a red carpet in back of Fans with Tiaras. Got it? Yep, not even a concert Blue Schools left. Nope. So you know where they're going to go. They're just going to wander. They'll wander on stage. The Crazy Bus tour stop has been canceled indefinitely, which I'm not surprised by, seeing as the arena was on fire. I guess the Crazy Bus is kind of traumatized after that. That whole experience. All right, the Wakey Weevil clip. We got 50 seconds left in the OT period. Peppa collabs with friends. Oh, YouTube poop. Oh, let's go. Oh, God. Super Potato, no. Why is there a Super Potato in this? Chocolate. Pulp Fiction. Yes, that's a great move for the kids. Great move for the kids. Super funny. Rob with a 6, which game do you want to get you the call for it? That was right at the buzzer, too. I'll reset the clock. Which game do you want to get you the call? What is this movie? Yeah, that was a boring movie. No, it's your granny's dead. Jesus. Your great granny. Yo, it's definitely the great granny. Outlived them. Nobody's seen you. John Cena. I would watch this episode of Peppa Pig. Nice Cowboys. Oh God, that was loud. Eats 7 potatoes a day. Oh my God. Survival Shoot. I've never heard of that movie. I've never heard of that movie. My 7 potatoes gone. That's a separate stream. Gio's gonna be after the stream is done. Haven't said what time yet. Swiss potato, yep, he is. Jason, still between. Yes, it is still between. Yes. Stallone movie. Some of that doesn't surprise me. Some of that does not surprise me. Super potato. Oh God, a plane crashed in midair. What? God, that was great. Alright, lady calls 911 over problem with a taco. It's a great reason to call 911. It's a great reason. Takes off? Yeah, fire away. I can't always say. This is a real call? Is this a real call? Like it's very cold right now. They're only down 5. I would have hung up at this point. Screwed over Javon Evans. Ooh. Oh my God. How is this real? Oh, given a real name, that's bold. Yeah. This will be a crime. This is definitely a crime to put a 911 call like this. It's a good thing to get information. Did you? I'm not a huge fan. I'll watch the highlights. Whoa. Drops an N-bomb? Whoa. Oh, gosh. What the? Where? How did we get from taco to racial slurs with this? The Galaxy. Did they win the cup last year? I did not expect that. Start off that poor. Did she hang up? What the? What was that? What? What the heck was that call? Alright, clock's at 0. We do have one more thing to get the Lionel Hutz thing. Necessary kill momentum, yep. Geo, probably like 440. I'll let you know. Alright, that one works. I've not seen Anora or Scream. I've not seen those. I'm not a horror movie person. Alright, here we go. Not that. Hang on. Crazy Bus. Right on the Crazy Bus. Alright, here we go. It's bad? Alright, so here we go. Crazy Bus is being represented by Lionel Hutz. Oh, Clippers are up by 12 now. Holy cow. That lead escalated. Alright, here we go. Order in the court. This is the case of Crazy Bus versus Toddlers et al. Regarding the alleged stage storming incident during the Boogie with the Bus tour. Crazy Bus. Your Honor, they tackled me mid-verse. I was just about to hit the big finish on Toodaloo when the small human missile, DW, launched herself in my front bumper. You didn't even say goodbye to Buster in the second verse. You deserved it. Miss Reed, please, I'll get your turn. Your Honor, Lionel Hutz, attorney at law. I represent the plaintiff, Mr. Crazy Bus. And may I just say, what a tragedy this is. Truly heartbreaking. Now, I may not have seen the show, or understand how a vehicle is allowed to perform unsupervised on stage, but what I do know is this. These toddlers stormed the stage. What happened to respect? What happened to decorum? What happened to nap time, ladies and gentlemen? Let me remind the court, my client was emotionally and physically shaken. Not since the bus from Speed have we seen such public trauma. And unlike that bus, my client didn't even get a movie deal. Next 4-0 since I mentioned the last score. Here comes the run. Crazy Bus sings a song and honks. Your Honor, these are children. One of them thinks there was a dinosaur. Another one was eating a crayon during testimony. They don't even know what trespassing is. But ignorance is no excuse for chaos, my friend. Why, just last week, I successfully sued a vending machine for false hope. These toddlers knew what they were doing. If not legally, then instinctually. It's called mom mentality. It's as contagious as a Wiggle song. Mr. Hutz, do you have any evidence? Evidence? Just as I suspected. They stole it. They stole the evidence. It seems like something he would do. Something he would say. Pulls out a sandwich, pulls out a juice box. He has no evidence. He literally has no evidence. We'll reconvene tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm ordering a full psychological evaluation of the bus, the dollars, and frankly, Mr. Hutz. Sounds like another open and shut case for Lionel Hutz, attorney at law and part-time magician. He pulls a coin from behind the judge's ear, but drops in the press. How do you even get to the judge? How do you even, like, approach? It's like, he's down here, the judge is up there. How do you even get to the judge on that? He's got, like, the longest, like, he's got the longest reach of any person of all time. He was able to reach the judge's ear from the floor. Oh, man. Oh, Lionel. What would we ever do without you? All right. Going once in this OT period. Clock's at 0. Going Once. Going twice. And, wait, did I add the Phillies-Mets one in? Hang on. Timeout. Let me double check something. Did I add the numbers in? I did not. Hang on. I did not add the numbers in. Hang on. I did not add any of the numbers in. You both won in Mets. Yeah, you both won in Mets. All right, so we're going $8 on the Mets. I totally forgot. All right, there we go. All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to be back on in 20 minutes. We're going to do some GeoGuessr. We'll go from 4:30 until whenever on that one. UFL game starts at 7. So we're going to be live for GeoGuessr at 4:30. See you guys in 20 minutes. Renegades win 30-15 off the pick 6 by Harris. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys in 20 for GeoGuessr. If you're here for the UFL, I will see you guys in 3 hours for the start.